Fuck you.
Good.
Panties!
My friends, I hope we picked up the fuck you. I really hope we did. My friends, I'm on the wrong scene. Look at us. Well-oiled machine. Welcome to the Brewery,
go first.
the jankiest EDH Magic the Gathering show on the internet. Where
We got to
new
roll off
theme
at the very least.
every week. Where my co-hosts just talk over my intro because, reasons.
Oh yeah, we're already invested in this and not what you're talking about.
It's a Simic week. I knew everyone would be amped because it's high power, but
I don't think I'm high power.
Welcome to the Brewery. We play janky EDH Magic on a theme every week. This week our theme is Simic. I'm McCrae. You can find my stuff at the name that you see somewhere on my screen here. Next up, after me, as usual, is
Upset. I'm very upset.
Why are you upset?
I'm also Joseph from Dread Sheep on the interwebs. Go check out my myriad of decks on Moxfield. I'm sad that I didn't do a partner background bullshit thing for this one, but here we are.
Hi, sad.
There's a tree below me. I suggest you go water him.
Hey, oh yes, I
Good
cheated a little bit. I went partners. I went uncommon partners. I really like this stupid human artificer, so I enjoy being able to mash random things. And I'm kind of excited about this deck. It mixes a bunch of Simic things. Dudes, +1/+1 counters. Dudes can sometimes get big. We'll get there. It does things. And then on to the other Ryan.
Yep.
I'm
I'm
so
also
sad.
here. I found an excuse to play more background pairings. That's it. Yeah. It's a horrible
Nice.
deck.
That's been like 4 weeks in a row, I swear.
That's like all I play now.
All right. I forgot to say I'm on Merfolk. I've been tweeting about it all week.
I'm
Oh,
going to.
what?
I'm
just looking at your general now. I am
jumping into the
intrigued.
game. What could
By
be?
which mine?
or the
Zellix?
golem.
Zellix is dope.
Yeah.
Well, Zellix, he's just gonna
Yeah.
mill us and then make a lot of like tutus.
that are going to get +1
It is the
counters because
plan.
of Master Chef.
I'm just here to make 2/2s.
It's the ultimate Simic plan. Put
Yeah.
counters on things.
My win condition is not to mill you or myself. It is just to make 2/2s. So
All right, so I mulliganed into Oblivion. I decided to throw away a hand of 3 lands and nothing to do until turn 3, and then didn't see a land until I guess this is my, so free Maul to 6, Maul to 5. This is my Maul to 5 now.
Oh,
sick.
God.
Uh,
This is an oddity for you because usually you just get these amazing hands.
I get okay hands. All right.
Is this where you're looking for empathy?
No, not really. This is fine.
fine. You've got
Who's
Malcolm.
up?
Yeah,
Get none.
Malcolm doesn't draw cards.
Yeah, let's be honest. We're all getting
Okay.
smacked.
Yeah,
treasure.
Malcolm's lands.
Malcolm is a
Terrifying.
CDH commander for a fucking reason.
Well,
I feel like
yeah, if
Malcolm
you,
is our most played
He's also a
commander.
dumb
on
pirate.
this
He
server.
is on the show for sure. I played him
Yeah,
once. You
we've
played
all
him
played
once.
him at
Ruger's
least
played him
once.
once.
Yeah. I feel like Gerger's played him like 3 times.
I think Joseph
but
has
that's
No,
like
I've-
him
counting
randomly.
old stuff.
Oh, look at this guy.
I played him like once.
You played,
played it-
Pirates.
All right,
And
so
then
I'm
you
gonna
also
prove a
have
point
like
here.
another.
Okay.
Oh, then
No,
we've
no,
all
no.
that.
Ooh. It's just
No land drop. See a land drop? I don't see a land drop. But oh, well, look at that.
You can bounce a land.
If
We
you
don't
play
even
a
know
tap
who your
line, you're gonna
commander
be
is.
disappointed.
He doesn't
Put
have his
your-
commander pulled out, but he's playing Slogurk, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. You don't. There we go.
So he has to be on the field to get this Zurin Orb sweetness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like,
And then
Zurin
just
Orb
flicker
is a
around.
thing, you know, he's
Oh,
a thing.
I'm really sad I put a Back to Nature or whatever on the bottom of my.
So
on the
Gruger
bottom of my
usually
deck.
gets the nut hand here. And it's actually Gruger who had to mull to 5 and play a tap land. And then Joseph spits out an Ozolith and a Zurin Orb.
I don't always get nut hands. There's been plenty of games where I just
But
sit back, do
today,
nothing,
Kroger
and
has a
then
handful of his own nuts.
You've taken his nut.
Hmm.
That was the bit there, Gruger. I think you read
Yeah,
it
let
too,
me not
too
screw
much.
Unfortunately, this is my only green source, and I need a green next turn.
Okay.
this is
All right.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just be a good guy. How about that? You guys can all worship and adore me. I'm going to play a Yavimaya.
Oh, that helps.
You're welcome.
Oh, if
in
you'd
the
known
past.
that, you could have held the Boseiju, and
Yeah, I could have just jammed
I
my
forgot
Alchemist
about the-
Refuge.
No.
I should
This is fine.
have. I forgot the Ozolith was a card. That should
Right.
probably be in this deck too.
Should also probably
It's
be
in
in my
every
deck,
Simic
but
deck.
whatever.
I
Oh,
don't
it'd be
play it,
so
but
good in your deck because you
Yeah,
just like
everything always has counters, but I forgot that card existed.
same here.
Nice.
It's surprisingly like it's from Ikoria. Ikoria had a lot of really good commander bombs that kind of just sneak in there.
No, well, the Ozolith is like worth like
You know.
$15-$20 at least. Like it's
Ooh.
not that it's a sleeper. It's just I
Yes.
don't own a paper copy of the card, so and I don't generally
sold
play
mine.
+1/+1 counter synergies.
I only play it in colors that are bad
Ooh.
at it.
I want to play Marauder.
Why?
Why?
the
This
green
makes
or
so
white.
awkward. Why?
It'd be
Why would
really
you do this
it'd be
game?
really good in your Grixis Marchesa deck.
Oh, yeah.
It would be,
Yeah.
but I'm cheap and I haven't put a new card in there in a couple of years. So
I like how your
One day.
Marky Mark
Wait,
deck
wait.
is the Black Rose, most resilient commander in like Grixis colors, period. And it's like
Okay.
2017 and still kicks people's asses.
the amount of
We're gonna
times
leave that
that I
up.
go like
We're gonna leave that up. We're gonna pass.
turn to a tap land that I have to pay one for or sacrifice it is like
It's like whenever
Pretty
I have
consistent in that deck.
Ancestral Animar put together, it's like a hot rod. It's not like you're gonna race it, but it looks real nice.
I thought I was gonna be able to do something.
But you could.
You could.
I
You
can't.
miscounted your mana.
Yeah, I
I didn't
just
give you green.
I jumped up a number. It's fine. I can still make this work.
Oh, Master Chef
let's-
is a 3-drop. Okay.
It is.
Yeah,
that would be
my-
absurd as a 2-drop.
I don't have like a nice curve. I just have a 2/3 drops. But that's fine.
Think
I'll
of
play
all
this
of
Field
those
of
stupid
Ruin,
blue cards that whenever they get counters put on them, they draw you cards.
and then I will go for a visit,
Oh, nice.
and then get my I think only dual land in the deck because I'm lazy. That's it.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
Very
putting
productive.
these tap duels in because there's usually I'll have like some sort of fetch.
I have a rhyme.
Yeah,
in
I
here
don't
for
play
that exact
shocks
reason.
or
I hold
fetches
them
super often,
Misty.
and I don't play a ton of green, so I almost put no tap. I don't think I put any tap lands in any of my decks.
I
Are you
have
done after that?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm done.
he's tapped out. I have 2 things that care about landfall triggers, so it's like I was originally just going to be like, I don't need shocks or
Drop
I
an
don't
island
need
and
fetches for
pass.
this. And then I looked at my 2 of the cards that are quite handy in the deck.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fine, well,
Hmm.
sure, you guys can kill
Don't need
Malcolm.
fixes, don't need shocks, do need no.
Like I think 3 visits in Nature's Lore alone make it worth running Rhymewood Falls. Like all of those fetchable forest lands. Because I guard tri-lands with it all the time.
Yeah, but you're speaking as someone that plays
Yeah.
green, where I've played green like twice in the last like.
I
I play 5
20
color,
games.
which is
okay,
mostly
here
green.
we go. Doesn't matter. I played
Go around balls.
I just play variations on 5
Um,
that have different leanings to the pile. That's my ideal deck.
Hate it.
Funny you say that.
I've won pre-releases with like 4 and 5 color piles way too many times. Oh man, that Malcolm, I'm so jelly. I wish it were a merfolk instead of a stupid siren and a pirate.
Yeah, I'm the pirates go and gather the scrap metal. They go raid for the metal to make my golems.
Having my hollow would also have been a good land choice.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that that's another.
I
Right?
forgot that. Oh, am I running that? Let me check my list.
I really need to get one of these in paper. Good God. I didn't realize it was a reserve list.
I put a
Oh,
couple.
I forgot one.
So that's 3, 4,
I
5.
don't have a
5.
hollow.
I put a
Alright.
couple of
oh, oh,
those kinds of
not this
lands in my decks, but I definitely missed.
Just
Yeah,
stacking
my
like
hollow.
That seems fine.
Yeah.
Just reorganizing for myself. Okay.
So much mana.
Right. Let's play
I know, look
a
at him go.
rampant growth. Nope, rampart. Nope, rampant.
Ermagerd Rampart.
Yeah. I should probably get an island into play at some
Yes, me
point. So
lord.
let's do that.
Well, it's already a
You
dual
know.
land for you because someone else is
Right.
playing Yavimaya.
I don't know why my 3 visits is
welcome.
exiled. I think I'm just all over the place. And then let's just play.
Take some damage, jam some cards.
Yeah.
Did I even put an Ancient Tomb in my deck this week? I don't think I did.
I've stopped in a lot
I
of
didn't.
decks just because I'm like,
My
Yeah, I never do.
This deck would appreciate an Ancient Tomb
monocolor maybe, but
because of like a 3-drop and a 5-drop. So the
Yeah.
the Ancient Tomb
Once
would
again,
be really good. But
Most of my
I
decks are
Possibly.
like white or blue, so I put Ancient Tomb in quite a lot.
yeah, I also felt less bad about.
I feel
putting
like the
Ancient
brewery
Tomb.
is a little more Temple of the False God than Ancient Tomb, but you know,
yeah,
do I
I
know?
agree. I agree with Joseph.
Especially when Ancient Tomb, like when we were playing like a
Hmm.
year and a half ago, was down to like
Sounds neat.
$30. I was like, oh, I don't feel that bad about this, but it's crept back up into that like $50-$70 range, and it's like,
Yeah, I only have a
ooh.
proxy one these days.
Turns out good in literally every deck in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
like blinging out Grim Monoliths into shit because I bought a bunch of gold borders. So I just have all these fucking Grim Monoliths and Metalworkers all in gold border. And you're just like,
Oh.
aha, every deck has one.
one of these.
Hey, I have one of those.
It's
somewhere.
working.
Okay.
Oh, I should have played my commander. I guess I could hit and then play my commander.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
the glory of Malcolm. He ramps you.
I should
Spoilers. No
do
one's
this in
blocking.
the other order, so that way when I crack the treasure, yep, that's what we're doing.
So you're saying I
Sure.
gotta get crackbacks online like right now.
Oh wait, that doesn't even
Not a
work.
crackback. He was just looking to get beamed.
Wait, that doesn't
It's
even
true,
work.
Null to 5.
No, he's gonna play his general. He's gonna make a golem.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, no, I realized I couldn't do it the other way anyways.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
need 5
I need-
mana,
Yeah,
and then 2. Yeah.
Golem, doesn't he? Comes in.
He does. He makes
Yeah.
a 3/3. He's like every other splicer in existence.
yeah.
I'm
he's-
intrigued by what you're doing here, Cruz.
No. I was trying to get like my treasure and then be able to sacrifice it with Ich
Eat it
on the
too?
field, because then I would get the +1/+1 counter on him and my golem. But I can't.
Ick my dick.
I can't make that happen. McRae.
Don't
That
do
makes
it.
sense.
It's always me.
You win.
You're at the
You're
highest.
playing. Yeah.
You're-
I mean, I
also
don't think
playing-
there's much.
I'm
You
at
have
the
by
highest
far
because I
the
haven't
strongest
hurt myself
stable.
yet.
Yeah. I'm
You're
about
also
to get.
playing
I'm
Isle
about-
No,
of
you are by
Water,
far
right?
the strongest deck. in the table.
All right, I'm gonna crack
Yeah,
that
maybe.
treasure immediately, and then
I think
just
Tobin is
play
surprising.
this.
Mm.
Ooh, this is a Phyrexian golem.
I think my deck would be better if I was not trying to beat you to death with my 2/2s. If I was just trying to mill you and or mill myself, I think it would be better.
Well, you can do both, right?
Yeah,
you
it's
just
a-
happen to mill, and then you make an army. You have army in a can because you're milling.
Yes. But I'm
Proves.
not going for like big mills
Pretty
or
much.
anything like
Cruz, you made
that.
that look fun.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got a 3/3.
Ah,
I could block unless you Zur and orbed me.
okay.
Oh, I would if you did.
Noted,
but, yeah.
noted.
Oh, I would have blocked with this Phyrexian golem and then put a +1/+1 counter on my commander.
So, what we're going to do is play Field
Oh,
of Dead.
Man.
Move that over.
Okay.
We are
Makes
going
sense,
to
Lance
play good cards only.
Oh,
It hurts my
good
soul. I
ramp.
put this in deck.
Friendship
Yeah, but
Artist is dope.
so bad.
It's a good card.
Oh,
It is not.
Oh, and Slogurk
gosh.
or
It's
Slogurk
dope
is
because it's blue.
worded- it's
Literally
worded-
only drawing lands. I haven't drawn a non-land. This is fine.
I've drawn a lot of
Interesting.
mana. Have you noticed how it's just lands and mana rocks? My
Yeah.
Maul to 5, I was like, I can't go.
I love his
anywhere
art.
than this.
You get a lot of mana and nowhere to go.
Like
with this.
McRae, are you able to hover over that Dreamscape artist to make it bigger? It's just like even the art's just like, why you run me, bro? I'm terrible. Like
He's got like a weird 1980s sunglasses thing going
you
on.
had nothing better than this.
Hey, with that, you could put.
Wow,
it's
what do you
everything
want
about it is
from
troll.
me? Yeah.
I will play my commander.
With
Who's
this,
gonna
you can
be
put 2
Slightly
+1/+1
stronger.
counters on your commander.
Not to mention, it's like you walked up at him just on the outskirts of a rave, pooping in the woods. You know, it's just what it looks
100%.
like.
That's a dude I would meet.
Bro,
in
I
Upper
said don't come over
Squamish.
here.
Like, as I'm camping and he's at some rave, he wanders over.
Then I will cast a Psychic Corrosion.
Oh no.
Wow.
Each opponent.
Each
Oh, I heard that
opponent.
card's good.
Danger.
That's it.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm unimpressed with the Zurin Orb, the Ozolith, Master Chef, and Psychic Corrosion. So,
I'm in the
I mean,
same boat as
I had it in
Psychic
my deck.
Corrosion might make some 2/2s, but I feel like Zurinor is just going to kill us in some convoluted way.
It's not convoluted. His commander has
Zurin
a champ
Orb.
on. He sacks his board.
Get out of here.
I
That's
think
so
that's
much
all I
value
got.
for
I think
0
I'm
mana. It's unfair.
behind.
I'm
Yeah.
torn
I
on
think
how I
pass.
feel about that Psychic Corrosion.
It's
'Cause,
not
I mean,
great.
facts are my
Hopefully
general
it's the Zellix.
box off land going into my graveyard from
Yeah, I
absolutely
feel like
anywhere.
it's like very
So
good.
I
Like my
have way
deck
more
just
land in
enables
my deck
you.
than I have creatures. So
Wee! I drew
Yeah.
a card. I
Oh,
drew a
gross.
card.
We're dead.
look at him
It's
go.
very parasitic. Oh, gross.
I would
The
like
card
to.
that every time it drops just
Oh,
makes my life
God.
miserable in Magic.
I would like to go to combat of the Wombat.
Yeah. Well, at least
Uh-huh.
we're not playing MTG
Oh my God,
because
that
Academy
card.
Manufacturer just crashes their program. So
Uh,
Oh, doesn't? I play Tins of Show. I play Chatterfang
Alright.
with Academy Manufacturer in Chatterfang.
I feel like I've only seen it in like Lonus decks that just like
oh yeah, Lonus
crash.
will do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it'll just keep going and going. I would like
this
to.
is fine.
Oh
We
yeah,
have
you
Pokemon.
can't really play Lonus and go infinite in that
Yeah.
platform. It'll explode.
Yeah. Man,
Uh.
and Zellix also mills.
Yeah, that's
too.
not how you do.
There
What
we
a
go.
good card.
Yeah, but he's a 3/4. He's gonna get aggressive.
Mm.
Mm. Does the Master Chef? No, it doesn't buff more than once, right?
No, it's just everything.
Everything gets one.
Gets one. Yes.
I
like
am
Monster
going
Hunter.
to crack this
like,
blue
old Spider-Man.
token.
Okay.
What? Everyone gets one. Right? That's Spider-Man.
Sorry, you don't. Am I
can't
missing
remember.
something? You don't have any tokens on my screen.
Me?
He's got 2 tokens currently.
I just cracked my clue token.
3 tokens.
Draw
If you
a card.
include a Phyrexian, a food.
This is
and a
not good.
treasure.
On my screen, he's still in Start Combat.
No, he poked
Oh no,
me
sorry.
and
You.
is
I'm
past
just
that.
looking.
Phase.
You have a little black circle next to your name in Cockatrice, so I think you've just used off.
Oh, yeah.
Cockatrice.
I also
Oh,
see
no.
this.
Rejoin. And you'll get caught up. Because he's in main phase 2, right?
He is
Yeah.
in main phase 2.
If I disconnect and reconnect, it shouldn't bolt my board, right?
No.
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 And worst case scenario, we have a recording of what your board looked like.
Yeah,
We don't
I'm
know his
afraid of this
4 cards
platform.
on his hand.
That's
I will play a Fellwar
that's
Stone.
fine. He just
Oh, yeah.
tosses a new hand, and we play out the cards we knew he had.
Yeah, that seems okay. Gruger, did you hit Tobin?
He
I
did.
hit Tobin for 2. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared because Gruger has a billion mana,
All right.
and now he has clues to sack.
Cool. Well, I already sucked my clue. Oh yeah, I should.
And then I'm also terrified of Tobin.
You should update your power.
Power and toughness. Yeah.
Okay, are we using red? I'll switch to red.
You can use what. It doesn't matter as
I
long
want
as
us
you're
to be
good.
consistent.
Up is usually green. Go is usually
Yeah.
green. Red is usually down or stop.
I just use the. It's red is the first one in the list.
Yeah.
So I just use
I can see
red.
that.
I don't know. As long
Alright.
as you're consistent on your own board, I don't think it
Well.
matters too much.
Yeah.
It's like everyone having their own color of dice. Imagine how good Academy Manufacturer would be if it was a golem.
Oh god. It's a assembly worker, which is one of the rarest fucking types, but somehow there's like still 8 of them.
Yeah, it's an assembly worker. It's not a construct. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
not a construct. It's not a golem. It's not. It makes sense to not be a Thopter. It kind of makes sense to not be a servo. It could.
I just
kind of
love
be
the
a-
modular one that tutors for constructs. It's just like
I know, but it can't even tutor for this.
yeah. True. But it can tutor
no.
for a walking ballista, which is what I care about.
It also can't tutor for our Arcbound Ravager because for whatever reason that's a beast.
It's a beast. Yeah. I remember because I played Affinity in Modern back before they.
I was
banned
really
Mox
excited.
Opal.
I was like, "Oh, sick! This can go find my Arcbound Ravager because that's
Nope.
usually like a
Yeah.
linchpin for those kinds of decks I like to play." And
Exactly.
there's not. So I cut. They were in the initial.
Oh
build,
god,
but-
what am I doing with my life? Roar!
It's bad all around, really.
I mean, that's a good threat.
I know I'm gonna lose this trade horrifically, but I can't
You
not
can
cause
pump by
shit.
2,
So
right?
yeah.
No, pump by
Well,
1.
no, it forces him to use his Yavimaya Hollow and potentially sack some lands if he wants to kill my Golem.
Yeah.
But I will. I don't want
Or
to
just-
rack.
or just don't block, whatever.
I don't feel like racking up commander damage off your stupid thing. I know you're gonna like a Dreamscape Artist, discard a land, like you're gonna pump it by 2 just by using your Dreamscape Artist thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna soak up as much damage as I can, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, declared.
Yeah, blocks declared. You have.
I'm actually just reading my own cards right now and realizing this does something different than I
What, Dreams?
thought.
So
but yes.
Dreamscape does put 2 counters on it if you discard when you.
Yeah,
If
if you
you
discard
discard
a
a
land.
land.
And you
Yeah.
still have mana for Yavimaya
Yeah.
Hollow too. So
Surprise!
yeah, we all saw it coming from about 8 miles away. But yes.
What land are you
Surprise.
sacrificing?
I'm gonna discard that,
Okay.
And you're
which
discarding.
does seem to be lagging out again.
Disrespectful. Just like no, the client refuses to allow this.
Oh no, you're back again. You're back again.
So on the bright side, I literally have the cable company that I use coming by to reinstall a new line to my house tomorrow morning because
Oh, nice.
they know it's broken. And this is what's funny. They've been doing all this remote decking, being like, it looks good. And then they had a tech come out and he's like, oh no, the actual line's destroyed. That's the problem. Like it's through
you
every
have-
construction
so-
stuff's gone over this building in the years, they've just destroyed the line. So anyway, yeah, so I appear
And
to
then
not
we'll-
be disconnected, but I'm
Well, especially when you're doing a live
I
show.
don't know.
Like,
Anyway,
how rude of
whatever.
your internet company.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sack that forest.
And then you're.
Sorry, we should be in blocks. There we
Okay,
go.
so it's a 5/5 right now.
Yeah, that
Yes,
would make
and
it a
will
5/5.
likely have regenerative.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to make my Golem a 6/6. I'm going to sacrifice this treasure to sacrifice this food token and gain 3 life. So
Nice.
that gives me 2 more counters. Haha!
Ah,
Zurin Orbs for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
maybe don't stack your tokens on top of each other so it doesn't look like you have different tokens. But yes.
And then I will update
Let's see.
these.
Don't forget to finish
Yeah,
your Dreamscape Artist. You haven't actually put any lands into play.
Sorry, is it a 6/6 or a 7/7 that Phyrexian Golem?
Golem's a 6/6. He's gotten +3/+3. He's sacked 3 things.
Yep.
Oh, it starts as a 3/3. Okay.
So we just bounce off one another.
Well, technically, it untaps and regenerates, but yeah.
You put those lands into your hand off Dreamscape. Dreamscape puts.
I'm gonna
Hey,
stack
hey,
an
hey.
island.
Shh, shh. Hey,
They go
stop,
into
stop.
play. They're untapped though.
Sorry, taps and regenerates.
Oh, they do. I see.
They're
Okay.
into play untapped off of Dreamscape. It's not as bad as you
Oh, they
making
are.
it out.
It's great.
Okay.
It's an effect in blue that's a
Oh,
big.
In that case, hang on.
You might not be getting 2 islands. if
I'm
you're-
gonna sack that.
So you put a forest, and a Yavimaya into your graveyard this turn, and you did
did.
regenerate. Okay.
So you're saying you're all scary but
did.
me right now.
1. So it was 1, 2, 3.
I put 3+1/+1 counters on it this turn. It had 0 at the start.
Yeah, no, I was just counting your mana because you had to pay 3 for Dreamscape Artist and then 2 for Yavimaya Hollow.
Which I did.
So you paid 5 mana.
I've been
total?
stacking only tap
Yes.
lands.
Yeah, you have to. The 2 lands that he
Sure did.
lost were tapped.
Yeah, no, I
2
understand.
forests from my board are both in my bin.
Yes, so 1, 2,
Here you go, audience.
3, That's 3 mana.
Here we go. Here we
Mine's-
go. Boom,
Okay.
boom.
3/4. I think he's
And
saying it would be
Field
5
of the Dead.
if you're using Yavimaya.
If you're using Yavimaya, it's 5 mana total.
He has 5
because
tapped though.
well, no, Field of the Dead came into play this turn.
It did.
was tapped.
Okay.
So he needs
There you
one
go.
more tap. He needs one
No,
more
Yeah,
tap.
Field of the
you just
Dead
had
did
to
not come
wait.
into play this turn. No, Field of the Dead was in play last turn.
Was it-
Scroll up.
was
Yeah,
it in play?
that sounds right.
If it, okay, it may.
There's my 5 mana right there. There's my
Yeah, no,
5
no,
mana right there.
Yeah,
And
no,
then,
Forest came into play.
No, you good. For some reason I thought Field of the Dead came into play this turn.
I scroll up. He's right.
Because it
Yeah,
is a
forest.
memorable land, unlike a forest.
I
Exactly.
played it last
There we
turn because I played Dreamscape with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
no.
synergies.
Oh,
Anyway, yes, regardless, that's fine.
oh, hey, I get to add a counter now. Sick. You fool! You're making my commander so swole.
Much beef.
I think you get swoller
So many
faster than
beefs.
me, but you lose your lands faster. I don't know.
Tobin, you're up.
I don't like.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I got
feud
distracted
that
by
we
a
started.
dog.
Oh. 1,
Hello,
2,
Chloe.
3. There we go.
Feud.
I draw
There's no
a
feud.
card.
I swing at you one time.
Psychic Corrosion.
Yeah,
trigger.
you made me get rid of
Each
my golem.
opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard.
Ah,
And
Two
off.
lands.
So I hit a land
actually,
and
I do
Tachiota.
this.
So I get
Yeah, that's a merfolk.
1 horror.
Well, I'm happy you got rid of the forest. An offer is kind of cute because if I have like a shitty spell I don't care about, I can offer it and give myself
Offer
2
it
treasures
yourself. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
then pump my team by 2.
Alright, main 1. Let's put a counter here. And then I've literally only drawn lands since I started.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have many more lands.
That horror art.
This is
It's good.
instant, so.
Oh shit! You grew Slogurk by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
there's
man.
nothing I can do about that. That's
We're-
just
we're-
how my
we're
deck's
dying.
As
gonna
I
go.
said, I'm torn with how I feel about that card because I feel like I got more land in my deck than I have creatures. So
Yeah.
Ooh, this beer is fantastic. It's punching me right in the taste buds.
Sure, let's jam this,
I'm,
and then
so my oh sorry, Tobin, go.
I don't think I'm doing anything. 'Cause
He
I
is
have
flashing.
drawn no good cards. That's it.
Go ahead, Joseph. I'm just going to drop some land.
Yeah, so my girl stumbled upon something brilliant today. We have a bottle of, I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but Kraken did a special edition coffee Kraken. So it's
Oh,
like a 35 proof instead of the 42 or 3 or whatever Kraken usually is. And it's coffee infusion. So we
Coffee
mixed like equal parts 1-to-1 coffee Kraken with Bailey's Pina Colada special thing they made. And throw in ice and realize that your life is better than it was when you started.
Hey now, I don't know how I feel about this. I took out that stupid Rampage of the Clans or whatever.
Sorry,
where you
buddy. I
pull
need a
out-
card.
Don't be sorry at all, because we know you're not.
I'm not. I got a card out of it. Sick.
Let's see.
Pass.
2 plus. Okay, so spells and
So
abilities
SF is word
plus
2.
2 when they target a merfolk. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, it's word 2.
Well, yeah.
Word
Does
2
word
worded
affect
in a
abilities
very
as well?
dumb way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Word is just target.
Well, it's way before Ward existed, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
It's
spells
pretty
and abilities then. Yeah.
Hey, Joseph. I can totally grow your commander by
Yes.
1 if you want.
Oh yeah, I get that field. That Yavimaya. Oh boy.
It's one of these games.
Oh.
This is
Nope.
this is
No,
one
I'm
of those
good.
games where it's like shotgun blast to the face to shotgun blast to the face.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Gruger, this is that moment where we look back after and we're like, well, yep, we made them win the game. The only question is, which one of them are we gonna make win the game?
McRae. You're
I
the only one with mana not up. Take 2. I could swing at you with my commander as well, like my other commander, my big commander. But I'm not. I
Monster.
just want.
The actual commander.
Yeah, I just want.
Malcolm's just a tool in this deck.
There are a bunch of pirates. There are some pirates in my deck. How many? Some.
You better trade me some free swings for some cards.
If you had a flyer, then I couldn't.
Sounds like a bad deal.
All right, let's
I don't
crack
actually have any of the flying merfolk, I don't think.
We'll just do like this, I guess. Yeah. So I will add a counter. And no, not untap all
That
permanents.
Academy manufacturer is going to win Gruger the game.
It's
Oh, yeah.
going
fine.
to power me through drawing like Tobin is what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And pump your commander to like one shot.
All right,
Isn't that weird that they made it an assembly worker instead of a golem?
Ooh.
As
Yeah.
though like
Silly.
assembly would be a golem.
Sure, this can get countered. Arcane adaptation.
Oh, nice. Everything's going to be a golem?
Neat.
Probably.
Yeah, no response.
That's the problem.
Yay!
No response.
Gollum.
Also no response.
This is
Gollum.
danger. Danger, Will Robinson.
Although, like, I could get more tokens and things, but I think being able to pump up the rest of my team makes more sense.
Instead of going with pirates.
Yeah,
But yeah, that
I
makes
could go pirates and get more Malcolm triggers with the Academy manufacturer.
Joseph,
but...
I think you said choose between
No,
you or
this is
Gruger.
correct
I
play.
think this is Gruger now.
No, I
This
have
is Gruger's game
two.
to
I have
lose.
2 lands in hand. Like I've just drawn okay.
If we're
off the top.
comparing,
Done?
I have 3 lands in hand.
You got anything else?
No, just don't swing at me, and you can keep you having my hollow or your field. of dead.
Oh. Whoa.
Like,
I can also make this threat because I have
a
a
field
Field of
ruin.
Ruin.
Oh, you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
okay
actually
with
this
Field of
is
Ruin.
the deck I think with the lowest amount of basics that I've played, and that is 100% because McRae's playing Island Walk Tribal, and I was like, how dare he do that when we're
You
forced into
text-
playing blue?
And
That's actually
and
not
it's
why.
funny because you tutored up an island like right off the bat.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, all the
100
good lords just give Island
Yes.
Walk. I mean,
in the week that we have to play blue, you chose Island Walk. As your
I
play.
was
Come
cheeky
on.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's not why. I
I
actually
can play
have
a Delegate
plans.
Recovery, and I'm going
didn't
to target
play-
Tattoo over with that.
I didn't play Dark
Oh,
Depths this
boy.
week, so
Yeah,
be proud
yeah.
of me for that.
Don't worry, I'm still the
I usually
problem.
play Dark
I'm
Depths in
still the
every 2 or less
problem.
color deck.
Tobin?
Oh, I
have no responses.
can't
You
do
do
anything
you,
about
man.
this.
Have fun.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Tatiova with Dreamscape.
Have a blast.
Artist.
It's a merfolk. I'm down to clown.
Oh, that's so gross. Oh, that's so gross.
It's just a machine that goes burr.
Yeah.
Dreamscape
But
artist.
he does need to make
2
some mana.
lands. Yeah, like he can't do it
currently.
this turn, but
Yeah.
when he can
But
do it, it's
Slogurk go burr.
yeah, Slogurk go
Mhm.
burr, big burr.
I mean, this guy does one thing, so whatever.
You have trample. He does have trample.
He does it.
Sure does.
I really don't want to wipe the board, but I don't want to take 7.
For what it's worth, I have no intention whatsoever of Tobin. For what it's worth, I have no intention whatsoever of focusing you
You should
in
wipe
terms
the
of like
Mm.
trying to kill you.
If
or
you can
anything.
wipe the board, Tobin, wipe the board. I'll be okay with
I just bashed Kruger last time, so I'm not going to bash Kruger this time.
Yeah, the issue is I don't want to cast my board wipe.
The other thing is
Uh,
like it gets awkward if you swing into me, Joseph. Then you have to sack a bunch of lands to like, or I guess you can just regenerate. It gets a little.
We cool.
awkward. Yeah,
Alright,
no,
Slogurk don't give a fuck. He gets 3 lands back no matter what.
So no.
Yeah, really, you
block.
can easily make your general big enough to block and not give it.
mhm.
Did
Uh,
you say no?
no blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to damage if you're cool. All right, I'll just take the 7. That is
7 is such a
can make it
scary
easy,
number
yeah.
with a growy commander with
Yeah,
trample.
but
It is.
better than. I gave him an opportunity to go all in if he wanted to hit me for an extra 5, which he did not. All right.
Yeah, and then that's when you respond because the
Yeah,
stack has now
exactly.
been used again.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I guess you
On
should also
Insta.
maybe, now that I have this stupid arcane adaptation, you probably should mark that you have 2 Malcolm damage.
Yeah, Tobin.
I don't on Tobin.
Do you
Sure.
Alchemist Refuge shit?
Yeah.
Or Field of Ruin shit? Or
Here,
No, those are neither
will,
of the things that I'm doing.
I will make you a clone.
Cool.
I will be right back.
Beagle.
This
I have A7.
Yeah,
and
this
A2.
my next phase will not go in this.
I'll stack these over here. Okay, so end step, I'm going to mill someone.
Probably the Merfolk player. I'm pretty certain he's on
I
like.
have so much recursion.
I think I have more creatures than he
Creatures?
does. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I tried to build like a decent amount into my deck. Yeah, I'll just mill myself for now. Good
Oh,
on
no.
which I didn't want. Parallel lives,
Oh,
which would have been
no.
fine. Oh no, my Plaxcaster
Oh,
frog.
your Shroud. I love that card.
The card's sick. But I do get a horror. Look at that.
That's true.
Bam.
This is good old Plaxcaster.
All right.
I ran
Then
a
do I just, like-
Plaxcaster in OG Animar, Ancestral Animar.
I don't think I'm concerned about anything except maybe that Field of the Dead, but that's good. All right. I will go to my turn.
Oh, you don't have enough mana to use the Alchemist Refuge and flash something in?
My hand is 3 lands and then a card that I didn't want to cast. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Alchemist Refuge was just one of the
The
lands.
field nuke, remember?
Yeah.
I
What
will
was the card I cut Rampage
draw
of the
for
Clans
turn.
because it's like I could get a really big commander, but then it's just like I have a really big commander, people can chump block.
Psychic Corrosion trigger. I drew a card.
Mill 2.
Mill two.
And,
shit.
and it's Silvergill Adept.
Heroic
Monster.
Intervention. Tormod's
Yeah.
Crypt Keeper, that's a golem that can sacrifice
Ah.
himself.
So I
And it's
currently
graveyard hate.
getting
Oh,
2
that
of
would have
these.
been so good against that land stack.
Yeah.
And then we just need Joseph to do his mill, and then we can see where we go from there.
Man, you playing Mill.
Right? It's a gentle mill.
A gentle Mill.
I just want to
Just
mill
like
you
a
a little
slight
bit, multiple
pine.
times.
Oh.
No like mill 40s or anything. Like no
They're
mill half your deck.
traumatized with
I'm
brew
pretty
back on the
certain I
stack.
know
don't
what's
think so.
hiding in your. I haven't looked at your deck list. I just realized. I just clued in. There's going to be an opposition in your deck list somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for the wait.
There it is. I see that
literally-
smile.
You know me, because that was why I built this deck. I was like, I want to jam an opposition. What can I make a lot of tokens with?
Yep.
It
All
took
right,
me way
so
too
whip
long
off
to.
of you. Cool.
It took me way too long to clue in.
Yeah. I love
Uh,
opposition.
Not a whiff. My general triggers land goes in
Hey,
my graveyard.
No
Whiff for me, not a whiff
So
for you.
plus one game.
I'll go to main 1, and
Look at
I
all
will
those tokens.
put a
Yeah.
counter. So the 2 of them have summoning sickness. Do. Right? Yeah.
I
As a
am-
saga, I
Did
will
you
sacrifice
do
them.
another mill that I didn't know about? Because
He
before I walked away, you had 1 token.
he
I targeted
milled-
myself with my commander.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
I
got
milled,
rid of. He milled.
Oh.
He milled a Parallel Lives and a Plaxcaster Frog.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. That's all I need to know.
I
Caster
will
Frogwing. Weird.
Float a.
Because he
You
gets
wanted-
so many +1/+1.
Oh, you wanted
counters.
everything to have Shroud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Use good
float
shot.
a colorless and
No, that's what I said. He wanted everything to have Shroud.
go get a good card.
Man, I should play that in more decks than I do. Shrouded instant speed for 2 mana is
Aha.
pretty fucking good.
Stop.
Yeah, this card's super cool.
Yeah, I'm always afraid of putting Shroud on anything because like you just get burned whenever you have a defense spell.
I will play a Misty. So everyone mill the top card of your library.
My Garuk's
Alchemist
Uprising. That
Refuge.
was my trample, though. My trample.
And your card draw.
Most of my creatures.
Tobin, should we just save time and mill 2 because you're gonna crack it?
Yeah, sure. I am going to.
It's
crack
okay if you want to be tricky and
Yeah.
leave us.
No, I 100% am cracking it. So if you want to mill another one,
Oh, thank God, it's just a land.
okay.
Kinder Discovery,
Landon,
no!
So I got 2 creatures total, right? Ruin Crab.
Tobin, I was
and
trying to help
something
you.
else. Or was it just 1?
Just one.
Ruin Crab, and I don't know what the other thing was. I think it was just a Ruin Crab.
Land
one?
Kinder Discovery for me.
Yeah, I was.
Are you talking about me?
Just
no,
in total.
Why are most still out?
Yes, I know. Everyone else is. I feel like what was McRae's first one?
It was.
I told you, Kindred Discovery and an Alchemist Refuge.
Cool.
And I was a land and Garuk's Uprising.
Did you not hear me
Uh,
wail in agony when you milled it?
Just the Kindred. I heard
Not
you
at all.
wail over the
I'm
Kindred Discovery.
Focusing on other things.
Oh, by the
It's
way,
not
he's
very Conan the Barbarian of you.
he is comboing right now, so everyone has to mill again because a horror has come into play.
Oh
Because
yeah, I have a
Tobin
horror
forgot-
come into play, so everyone will again.
Correct.
Yeah, this is the.
Oh, so this is a very near infinite.
Well, no,
it
it
just
can-
depends on
I
your
died.
decks. Nope, we got nothing.
Proliferate.
Throne of Geth. No, one of my cool cards I put in this deck. You
I used to run that
monster.
Infinity, baby.
Throne of Geth is so nifty in this deck.
And Tobin is already immune to my swings,
4,
even while growing my general.
1, 2.
You just gotta go
3.
bigger. You just gotta go bigger.
Sorry, I realized that these don't properly display that they have counters on them.
So I used to run like I had a the mono black Sir Conrad,
Yeah.
and I
1,
made
2,
the
3,
mistake of
4,
putting
5,
Altar of the
6,
Brood in
7,
there in
8.
paper.
Yeah, that would be a
And-
lot to track.
Yeah, and I think I also I put the Mind Crank in there too, and I was just like, it's not infinite because it depends on everyone's decks, but you have to manage all the triggers, and the triggers just stack up. And doing it in paper, I was like, I'll keep this deck together for a bit, but I took those 2 cards out instantly because I'm like, fuck managing these triggers, and it just feels bad for everyone else at a casual table.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
feel you.
All right,
So,
I'm
how
going
are you
to go
fucking us,
to
my good
26, and I'm going to cast an
Softly?
opposition that I trigger this turn when
Oh,
Kruger said
boy.
opposition.
That
I
is a
love the
stacks piece extraordinaire.
No,
Oh,
so
we're
just leave me
We're
alone.
we're just fucking dead.
Hopefully, but we'll see. All right, everyone mill one.
I can't interact with this at all.
No, there's a triplicate.
A Lord of Atlantis, you bastard!
So you
Uh,
get
so
2
I'm-
more Altar of the Brood triggers.
Yeah, so
Ah.
we're gonna track. I actually also have a colorless loading I forgot about, but I think that's irrelevant. So we'll track Altar of the Broods. I've got 2. I'll make a horror, and then
So
Yeah,
everyone mills one now before you make your second horror.
yeah. So
Oh,
this is the first one.
Architect's will.
Sorry, I'm going stupid.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this one was a whiff. So we good there.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
I make 1 more horror, so everyone mill again.
Oh,
No.
Orazca,
Oh.
So
you
that's
get
2.
you get 2. With
Right,
us
so
all
I'm at
playing
2
pretty
again.
creature heavy decks, I
Oh,
think you
I
made
hit
this
another.
right.
I hit another creature there. Did you get that off me?
Yeah, so you and Kruger both milled
The
1.
Triniform.
Yeah.
So I'll go down to 1, make another horror. Everyone mill. I'll fix their stuff later.
Hang on.
Oh,
McRae.
that would have helped.
Realm Walker.
Hang on,
Yeah.
McRae. Stop
What?
leaving crap in your board because it makes it nigh impossible to tell who's caught up and who is not.
Yeah. So
So-
get rid
You
of
can
everything.
remove
yeah.
everything.
Except
so now,
Great Henge is the current mill.
No, your Great
Oh,
Henge
okay.
is the current mill.
Great, and then
Great.
Realm
Okay.
Walker is
Yeah,
my
so put
current
that back.
mill. Okay,
Okay.
you go.
I get
up,
2 more.
You net.
Oh shit.
You
So
net
I'm up
1,
to 3.
and
yeah.
then you go down 1.
Yeah, so I'm down to 2. Everyone do it again. This is going better than I thought it
Infinite,
would.
Yeah.
Well, this is the exact same thing as with
Yeah.
like what I
McRae,
was just
clear
talking
the
about.
hinge.
Clear the henge. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was talking about with like Sir Conrad. Why I didn't like I cut after seeing it once. I'm like I can't do this.
Okay.
This is.
Okay.
That was a whiff. So
then you go
we'll
one more
do it-
time.
Yeah, this is down to 1.
All right. Now this is your last one.
I have 1 more after this.
Okay.
Nothing.
Fuck. It goes
there's
back.
two.
It goes
Up to
back up.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
So
Game
how
two.
long do we do this before we just say Tobin is the king of Mexico and call the game?
So.
I do
let's
have
see-
an
Let's see if it
opposition.
gets to 5.
So the only thing
Yeah.
is if someone top decks instant speed removal. Oh no, he
Yeah.
just taps us
I
down
can
in our
tap
draw
you
steps.
out in your draw steps if I get enough.
I
but-
think
And swing
you're
it.
just.
I have
about
instant
there.
speed removal that I can cast in my upkeep in my hand, so he can't do anything about
There you
that.
go. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So 2 more.
Okay.
All right,
So
you get 2 more.
yeah, I have already counted that. So
Okay.
just give me a sec. I'm going
So
to.
clear.
I only had 2 at the start of this turn. So this is 8.
Yeah, keep a
I'm just
strong
gonna.
count.
Well, no, I'm going to kill these. create a.
You should maybe just use like red for counting how many of those you have, and then just make them all
That
the
would
end.
work.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. So I have 8 that have entered this turn. I'm leaving the 2 that were already on my board.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
Perfect,
that is up to
perfect. Yeah.
9,
So let's
and
keep
we're
going.
down to 2.
All right. Now we
Okay.
all mill
So
the next
that's
one.
one
One more after this.
So
one,
all
two more
again.
after this.
Got one off me.
Sorry.
So
two more
it,
after
it,
this.
it stays at
So
It
you got
stays
one?
at 2, and I go to 10. Yeah.
yes.
So you
Alright,
can
so-
clear those, go again.
Guardian project.
No, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it just goes down.
So
Right,
one.
so yeah,
So
clear
one,
those.
last
Go
one.
again. Well, there's one after this.
No,
Go
this
score
this
there.
is
Let's
the
hit
last
one.
Ah, fuck.
Search
Okay, one
banner.
more.
Okay, so now it goes down again.
Okay, so down to 1.
So
Yep.
you added one more to your red. I don't think you added one more to your red there.
Smart. You're better at this than I am.
Okay.
All
So
right.
last one now.
So this.
Last one.
So this is going from 2 to 1. I went up from 1 to 2, and now we're going back. Okay. So there should be, I believe, one more, but it's also too hard to track. I'm pretty sure I was on top
Okay,
of that part.
Last one.
but-
All right. Last one. Last one.
I was
got
keeping
last.
track, and then you started keeping
Okay.
track, so I just left it.
All right.
All right.
Okay, last one. Here we go. Ready?
All right. There's nothing in the blue.
No creatures. That's
Yeah.
a creature.
Fuck. That's 2 more creatures.
That's 2 more after this. Okay.
All right. Okay. So this is. Oh God, I'm so bad at remembering. Okay.
All right. Everyone, mill 1 now.
Mill 1 now.
Yes.
All right.
Creature.
All right. So it stays at
Over
1. It
And
stays
this
at
goes
1
up to 13.
to 13, and now we all
Yeah.
mill another one.
What the fuck is this game? That's 1.
Okay.
Did we
Again,
do it?
It
Nope.
goes up. It goes up to
It goes
14.
up to 14. Mill again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now it goes to 0.
It's down to
Okay.
0.
All right. Get rid of
This is
your
the last
windswept. Get rid of.
I'm busy putting
Punt.
counters on
Yeah,
my
yeah,
general.
no,
Your
I
general's
just-
just gonna punch me real hard, I bet.
That's what I'm hoping.
All right.
Fuck off.
McCrae, you have to do
McCrae,
one.
we need one more.
One more.
Okay.
All right. So it
So
goes
we're
up
up
to
to
1.
1. So which goes to 0, and I'm at 15.
Yes. So
Okay.
now we all do it again. Avenger.
Got one.
No,
Uh,
3.
Got two, got
3.
three.
Can I concede?
Yes.
Like, this is
you
cool,
can concede
but
anytime as a game action. At instant.
okay. So we'll go to 2. Everyone mill 1. I'm at 16.
All right. Get rid of your Curious follower. McCrae, please. All right. Island. Amulet. Okay.
We're
Well,
up
we get to see everyone's decks. That's kind of
17.
nice.
Nope, no, that doesn't go anywhere. Oh yeah, it does because I'm counting down. Yeah, so up to 17, mill 1.
Nothing.
There's
Oh,
one.
got one.
Universal Automaton as well.
Okay, so we're up to 18 mill again. Cool.
Nope.
Last one.
Uh,
You gotta be
two.
kidding me.
Up to
There's
2.
two.
We're
Alright.
Simic. We're playing creature heavy decks. Like
I'm playing 25
19
creatures, so-
mill 1.
It's a 1 in 4 chance in my deck
Yep.
to hit one.
So not a 0.
I'm at one.
Okay, 20.
I know you hit
mill
2
1.
there.
Just
no,
one.
he
Just
hit
cold
one.
eyes.
My cold eye.
Yeah,
He-
cool.
so
eye.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
it
hits
doesn't
one. We
change.
stay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hang on.
Yoko.
Bye, Yoko. Yeet yourself out of here.
I think I'm lagging again
there-
because I tried to pull a card off. Yeah, there we
Yes,
go.
there you go.
He did. There's a
Yeah.
forest. Okay, this is the last one. So I'm up to 21.
Holy shit. Okay, last
We
one.
just need to whiff here.
No, it's a crab.
All right,
Nope.
we're up to 22 mill again. Still the last one.
But you're still at 0.
There's 2.
Oh, God
Yeah.
damn it. This-
Tobin, you made the worst deck on the brewery yet.
It's a non-deterministic loop. is
yeah.
unfortunate.
Okay, we're up to 23 mill 1.
Oh god.
That's 2 creatures.
Got one.
Got one. So 2 more again. So you net 1.
I net
Yeah.
1. Go to
Should've put a
24
Tosca in
mill
this deck.
1.
No.
That's a creature,
Nothing.
right?
Yeah, it's a
Guardian.
creature.
Yeah.
So everyone, look at this.
same-
This is such a dumb. This is such a bad card, but I love it.
Same
in the
thing.
Style of deck.
Mill
Oh.
1.
All right.
That's a creature.
That's a creature.
Okay.
Alright, so it stays.
Mill 1.
Everyone gets to see our decks one card at a time.
Yeah.
We're
So we're just waiting
Joseph-
for Joseph. Yeah.
Joseph's internet to catch up.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
not
that-
my internet. Again, you guys, every time I mill a land, I put a counter on my general and he gets
Yeah.
stronger.
No,
So
no,
I'm
I
constantly milling land. So while I'm
I
not
understand
clearing my
that.
board, it's because I'm buffing my commander.
I understand that.
You
It's
might
not
have
that I
a
don't
shot.
see the play.
right.
I went up to 27 mil again.
All right. Yeah.
God damn it. I just want to get blown up by a board wipe after this, so this is fine.
But we don't have
21
instant speed.
2/2s.
The only
Oh,
instant
sorry.
speed board wipes are like Cyclonic Rift, and I'm pretty certain we're not running those.
Yeah.
No, McRae, that's
so
27 2/2s.
27.
28.
Sorry,
We're
how
on
many
the,
more?
the 28th is entering now, and then there's one more. So I will be up to 29 if we whiff twice.
Otawara.
We got a
I
whiff.
could've-
Maricon.
We got a whiff.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
got a
that's
whiff.
All right, so we're up to 29. I have no more. So if this is a whiff,
And here's where we
we're
all
good.
do 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what's been happening.
There's
Oh,
one.
look at that. Oh,
One
that's
more.
one. Okay, sorry. We're up to 30.
Okay, one more.
Go again.
Spreading seas.
Nope.
Arrow. Rapid
Rapid
hybridization.
Oh!
Look at that.
Oh, we did it!
We finally
We got
got out
there.
of the death
Hey,
loop.
All right,
well,
I've-
no. Here's the fun. Okay, so
This game
opposition.
sucks.
Groundhog
Tobin,
Day.
you're a bad person.
Opposition.
I feel
now,
bad. I agree.
Opposition now. Opposition is already in play because that was the alter the brew triggers.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Just gonna set. I have
At 30.
at to 30, so I have 30.
I like how you just put casually 60 power into play this turn.
Yeah, it's fine.
I-
Oh god,
Um,
is there no way to clear this? Do I have to click it down? That feels dumb.
there is a way
Like
Yeah,
to
this
do
is
it.
what you
Oh,
get.
I got it. I got it.
Hey, you know how you
set
do,
counter.
Tobin? You right click. Get it, Mac boy.
All right, and here's
have
the
right
fun
click.
part is he hasn't even used a Zellix yet.
Yeah, but that's just gonna get. Oh shit. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
planning to hold on to that.
Why? Why are you doing this to us? What did we do
Because
to you?
Every time people see these kinds of combinations, they're like, "Oh, that's a cool combination."
Yeah,
and then
I was
they
like,
don't-
oh, that'll be cool, and then,
and then they forget
resolving
that
it
others-
was bad.
Yes.
That's it. That's my
That's why I
turn.
stopped playing Yidra's Cascade Storm for that
Oh,
exact reason.
Joseph, don't untap yet. It's not your turn.
Yeah, it's McRae's turn.
Yeah, I'm putting the card back.
Sorry, I get a turn.
No,
It
you're
is-
fully tapped out.
It is
So-
your untap,
It's your
and then-
it's your upkeep.
your upkeep. I'll tap.
There we go.
I've got 30, right? You've got how many permanents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll tap all 9 of your permanents except your Bident. You can keep that.
Cool.
Yeah,
Before
it's
you even
not.
draw a card. Hmm.
During your upkeep, yeah.
Yep.
So I now have 2 stacks of these.
All
so
right,
then-
I'm going to try and tap Kopala to give Kumena unblockable. Tap
Sure.
another one,
You
bitch.
showed him.
So I have
Oh, that it's taken 2.
9 tapped.
Oh,
and
you should have
21
tapped your
untapped.
winding canyons and then flashed in a creature.
I don't have a creature to.
Yeah,
flash.
McRae, you know you can tap in response to him
Oh,
doing
he-
this.
I know. I just have nothing to. Okay,
He just
hold
has
on.
no. He has
I
no
have
creatures.
this.
Is what he's
I
saying.
cycle a reconnaissance mission.
And
Nice.
you can
Rock
make
card.
creatures your opponents control attack if able.
That's true. Kind
I
of.
mean, if
this
you're getting
turn,
bitched, you may
which
as well
is
do
very
what you
useful.
got. Hey, he's taking away actions from you.
I felt
Yep.
so good about my little value engine I had going on, and I ripped that
Yeah.
arcane adaptation. Like, yeah, my deck is like doing
Okay,
its little thing.
let's go to draw. I guess.
Is
after all
Altar
my
of the
shit
Brood a
taps in.
May?
No,
It's not a May, is it?
no.
Okay.
Sick.
What do I even blow up on his board at this point? Altar, I guess. Like,
Or my
altar,
command. Well, I
the
would
commander?
just recast my commander. Technically, Altar would
the opposition too.
be ideal.
Well, but the problem is then we're just dead to opposition, and it's
How
no,
about
opposition
this?
doesn't stop shit. This horrible loop still goes.
Let's look for an answer audience. Do you see an answer audience? Because I
do you
don't.
do you have a force of vigor in your deck? Because that's
No.
like the only thing you'll be able to cast.
Yeah, I will
I
say
have
I'm still
this.
holding 2 lands, and the other one is
Doesn't
not a
matter.
counter spell.
Doesn't
so whatever
matter.
whatever you put on the sack will resolve from me.
I
Sick.
Don't think that is
Good luck.
Groogs.
Yep.
All right.
I
You
will.
tapping?
I will do some tapping. So that's 3,
So go to upkeep.
9, 10, 11, 12. I will leave your treasure, I guess, and your food, and your arcane adaptation, but everything else, right? That's 12.
So, Joseph, I'm tempted to give you one more turn, and it's 8:27. It's 3 minutes to our cutoff for game 2. So, if we concede,
I'm
To
gonna blow up
Tovin.
your alchemist refuge.
yeah,
You
okay.
got it.
Take away the flash.
I will be fine with that happening. Okay, so I just switched my piles because I did 12. There we go. I have 21 tapped and 9 untapped.
Sick.
Oh, sorry. It's actually technically I have
Like,
these other 2, but
like
they-
this.
Crack
Kruger, is there
the
anything you want to do with
token
your
in
floating
treasure?
mana?
No, I wasn't lying. I have 2 lands in hand.
Yeah,
Okay,
bummer.
I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah, you may have stepped away. So this is what you wanted, right? You wanted these 3 permanents left untapped.
yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that don't make mana and or attack me. Although
Well, the
I guess I
treasure does,
shouldn't be
but-
that concerned about attackers because I have chump blockers, but
You have a billion.
4
of them.
days.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You have 41 or 44 power just in that pile of 21s.
Well, what's important to him
Yep.
is that he has 22 power and blockers that he doesn't give
Yeah.
a shit about.
Yeah.
Like that's the part that matters to him. All
All
right.
right.
So
Uh,
upkeep.
Joseph,
Tobin,
yeah,
I see we
commander,
got stuff to
RuneScape
do.
artist, and your lands, so that's 8, right?
Not the commander?
No, he
No,
said
I said commander first, so it's
He
7.
said command.
Yeah,
said-
7
yeah, he said-
permanents.
My creatures and my lands.
Yes,
Okay. So you want to tap those?
yes, I am just
That's
switching
good
the
with me.
numbers. So this goes
So
to
you have-
28, and the other one goes to
Yep.
2.
Do you
2.
dreamscape artist in return?
Actually, I might do that.
Well, you might get some.
It's better
zombies.
than probably not.
Hang on, let me read
anything.
Well, you could get one zomble actually.
I can get rid of
Battlefield.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
think
okay,
you'll see each
cool.
other enter, so you would get 2 zombies.
Yeah, we'll go-
if they both enter.
Oh no, zombies.
2,
So they have
3.
6 lands? How many lands do you need?
5, and he's gonna get rid
7
of
or
one,
more
get
lands.
2. Oh, it's 7, so it's only
I-
off.
Yeah.
Don't think it matters.
Okay. let me know when you guys are done talking what you're talking about, and I'll
You
tell you what
you
I'm
do
doing
your
in my
thing.
turn.
There you go.
go for it.
Okay. So in response to your targets, I'm gonna tap 3. I'm gonna activate the Dreamscape Artist.
Yep.
I'm going to discard a land, which will make my mana roll get 1 bigger.
Terrifying.
I will search my library for Jesus. I have so few lands. 2 basic lands, which I'll put in untapped.
Yep.
We'll go 1.
Better find some. Better find some
and we'll go
snowlands.
2.
You ain't making
Have
zombies.
you already sacked
put any
your
in.
land?
That was the discard. Has to sack in addition.
Yeah, you still have the sack one, right?
No, I have not sacked land yet.
It'll be like your
Um,
islands that you tapped.
But if you have a land drop after this, then you can.
No, it's gonna be my Field of the Dead.
Oh,
Okay.
what? Oh, okay.
Well, he has
and then
2
going
of the
graveyard,
same
so
lands,
he-
so it doesn't.
I've lost too many lands to have that do anything this game, so I'm just getting rid of it.
Yeah,
It does tap for green though. It was a better for it.
Yeah, so put those 2
that's true.
out.
I forgot I have my own Yavimaya.
1,
All right, 8:31. So,
3.
Yeah.
okay.
We're gonna put a beast within
Sure.
on the stack. I
Perfect.
guess it's gonna take your altar.
I think the opposition.
Yeah.
Is, well, opposition gives us a turn.
McRae,
Altar.
I don't care about him tapping stuff. I care about us getting in another mill loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
right. Alter it is. You got it. I didn't make.
Oh, actually, because the funny thing is if you use Beast Within on opposition, it would start a mill loop.
It does make another token. Yeah. Beast.
You get your beast there.
I took
Yep.
the wrong beast. Oh, Apparently, that's the one that shows up when you search
I-
Beast.
There you go. You
3/3
can
with Death Touch.
no. If you just right click on the card.
Yeah, but the
Oh.
card. Oh, okay. He pulled it out. It's fine. We got there.
I'm glad we
Husky,
figured
I'm
it
sorry
out
you just
together.
got milled. I know. You're right in the bin like you don't matter.
Wow,
Right.
actually.
Yeah,
Husky.
so that's that.
I'm so sorry.
So now, yeah, right.
The
But I'll draw a
two-
card. That seems good.
Yeah, the 2 lands that you had enter, I hadn't tapped. So I think that. Did you do an island and a forest or 2 forests?
I did 2 forests, so
You did
that's
2
tapped.
forests. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you could technically have a forest untapped here, but I guess I would just tap it with the beast.
Yeah. Before you
Yeah.
draw a card and can do anything with it.
Yep, seems good.
Anything
Okay,
else?
I will. Yep, I got big plays here. You ready for this?
Land pass.
I'm ready.
Land drop.
Nice.
Pass.
All right. So who you gonna mill with Zellix?
Oh yeah, right. We'll just do me, right? You guys still have tons of cards in your decks.
I don't know. I went through about
Cauldron.
40.
Oh no, my
cards.
Cauldron of Souls.
Intervention.
Oh, look at you and your cheeky combos. All right, so you did
Yeah.
hit a creature, so we
I-
all
yeah,
know.
it was-
And you got your beast.
Sorry,
so we can
I
get
did
rid
not
of
hit
that.
a creature.
For those audience
Oh.
members that don't see it, Master Chef and Cauldron of Souls go infinite. Well, infinite
Well,
undying, basically.
They don't go infinite. They give you a. You can kill your creatures once per turn cycle because you have to.
Your
tap
creatures
Cauldron of
cannot be
Souls.
killed.
Real good with Marin of Clan Nilth Toth. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, your creatures can't die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, thank you for not milling in response to alter game.
I know you put it in there for the food
Yeah,
theme,
no,
but you're still a jerk.
I don't want to start that off again. I am happy that the.
You've ruined our lives once already.
That beast token is a 4/4.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is. It did get a delicious meal. Thank you for pointing that out.
I'm Pretty certain you can just kill 2 of us right now.
That is
Yeah.
where I'm trying to go.
Oh, yeah.
I drew a card, so mill 2.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
So can
boy.
we say that we could scoop to this because he's going to kill 2 of us, and
And
then
then
the remaining
it-
person gets tapped out. So
Well, no, it depends. If he full swings at 2 of us, he doesn't have enough creatures to full tap someone else out, I think.
We've played too much of this
Yeah.
to just quit. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
you got
You guys
nothing off
have
me.
a
You
lot
got
of
nothing off
cards.
anyone.
And
No
okay, yeah,
creatures.
I got nothing. That was all whiffs. All right, move. To
Oh
me.
wow, maybe
Boom, look at
even
us
if you
go.
had- maybe even if you had like it turned out that Zellix wouldn't have started a mill loop last time because you hit no
Mhm.
creatures when you milled yourself, and we hit no
Yeah.
creatures on these top 2.
that was very lucky. Like after all the bullshit.
I mean, I do have a fetch land, which is
Yes,
another 2, and that's how it started last time. So I'll
Yeah.
play a flooded strand.
Yeah, but you don't have an altar anymore, so
Yes,
Yeah, no.
I was just saying if like you had for some reason chose something
oh yeah.
like
Anyways,
opposition.
turn
Oh.
sideways. End this already.
Well, no, he could also just have a Triumph of the Hordes in hand and kill us all.
I wish it's nothing like that. Okay, so
Isn't that what I said? Turn sideways and end
Kind of
this?
feel like
yeah,
I wish.
yes, but also I have to do some math.
He has to do
'cause
some
I-
math because he wants to like
So I have
kill as much as
32 horrors, which is 64 power. Then I've got a 4/4 and a 3/4. So 64. Cleanly, I mean McCrae's at the lowest, but also and he's got a decent amount of cards in hand, so he's probably the first person I'd kill.
That's how it works in this show.
Well,
Well,
I
you
mean
have the most
Joseph
cards
is
in hand.
hiding behind an extra like 12 or plus life there, like 14 life.
Yeah, because it's going to be great for me to put myself to no
Yeah.
land. But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So I don't think 60, like it's like 70 damage is enough to kill 2 people, which means I will just go for 1, which is McCrae.
Okay.
So you've got
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. You're going to try and kill somebody and then tap everyone else out.
yeah. So you've got 34 health, so that's 17. I'll attack you with, in case I mean no one's got. There's an island, so I play around a Pongify. I'll attack you with 19. 19 horrors going at you.
I have
Sad face.
I have nothing to save you with, McRae. I'm sorry.
Sad face.
So
None of us do. We don't have resources.
He's tapped
These
us
are
out.
gone.
He's literally stacks us out of the game. Opposition, man. It's a good
love that
card.
card.
Well, opposition plus Ultra Librude plus his commander is a.
There are some decks
stonks.
I've considered playing in the show with that had opposition in them, and I was like, no, I can't.
Okay, sorry. So I said I'd attack you with 19, which means this stack should be 11.
And then you kill one other person, guaranteed, right?
No, he wants to
Oh,
be
this-
able. He wants to be able
Yeah.
to tap us out.
So I have 19, and then this is
He bleeds you
this
slowly.
is 21. 'Cause, yeah, there's something like that. All right, yeah. So these are just
I'm so sad.
Doing
My
that.
what's that one mana destroy target enchantment or artifact? It's on the bottom of my deck because I scratched
Sorry.
it. And
that's supposed to say 19, not 11. I am just bad at this program.
I was gonna say, I think you need to move more.
Yeah, and so I think my math was way off.
So
I
you get
had
30 on the end.
32.
You had 32, yeah.
And this is way more than that.
So
So
it's
I
12.
Yeah.
think I'm 10 off or something.
You have
This should be
13.
As a
12.
creative director,
It's
I
12.
want this
Or
to end
13.
as
It's
quickly as
13.
possible for
It's
a game
13.
two.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have 13
Okay,
in the other
okay,
pile.
yeah. I'm
So-
weirdly
Cool.
dyslexic with numbers, apparently. so
I
I'm
just
all
got
Dutch.
kill. I feel you.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, I attack you for 38.
I die.
Cool.
Oh man, I wish I had a nature's
Why
claim.
do
so
you
I
get
could-
the sweet release of death?
I
This
wish I
game
had a
sucks.
nature's claim,
Ask
so
for
that
it,
way
I'll
I
get
could
it.
like
I
kill the
don't want it, I
opposition
get
in
it.
my upkeep, and then Joseph could smack you with his Slogurk.
Oh, sorry. Second main, because I need to rebuild.
Oh, Gruger, we all wish this.
I will play a Ruin Crab.
No, get fucked.
I mean,
What a
I should
douche.
have played my land first, or
Alright, you should've
second,
played
but
Ruin,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Just
all
flooded
right.
strand.
and
Uh,
done it before you killed McRae, so that way you could have.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. We're
You know what? This is good. Okay, kill me and then
It's
mill
that
them to
bullshit
death.
amount.
Mill them to death.
Gruger. Sorry, I've got
Yes.
13, 14, 15, 16 creatures.
Surprise! Pause and upkeep.
Let's tap your. I don't need to tap your Academy manufacturer. That can be alive. I'll tap Malcolm and Ich-Tekik. So that's 2. And then, yeah, 6 lands. No, and Jesus, you got so many permanents.
Yeah. All I did was
so-
ramp early game. I drew
Uh,
no
yeah.
cards.
Open your
Let's do your 3 mana rock. So that's 9, which means I'll have 4
Wow.
untapped.
Just death by a
no.
thousand cuts.
Right now you're at 8. 3 mana rocks makes 11.
Is it 11? No, because I already did Ruin Crab and Beast for the 2 creatures,
7,
and then
8,
it's
9,
9.
10. It's 11, and he did the Beast and the Ruin Crab separate.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm just saying in total. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I already did
Yeah.
2 just because they were easy.
Okay, so you got 4 left in your pile of stuff that you don't care to attack with.
So
Yeah.
this one is tapped. That's at 9.
He's gonna
so
have
I'll
more
get
because
4.
of the Ruin Crab.
Sorry, what made that new one you just put in?
No, he's separating the
That's just me
piles.
separating my piles. I have 4 untapped and 9 tapped.
Like,
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just slow. I guess I could have
try
put
it
that
out,
9
this
in
yeah, no,
the other
this is
pile.
clear.
That's
You-
more complicated. I would have
I didn't
Yeah,
notice
this is
this
just
one.
put the other one up to 28 and left it at 4.
I forgot about the
you know.
other one.
Yeah, there
My
we go.
brain
there we
isn't
go.
working that way. There we go.
No, we're good.
We got
Yeah.
there.
We Gucci.
There we go.
Gucci. All right.
All right, get her done.
Now I really
You did the
wish I
thing.
had put Arcane Adaptation onto Pirate, so this Academy manufacturer could have.
Could have poked Joseph and made a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but can you just resolve that flooded strand like now?
I guess, sure.
Just because the psychic corrosion and the Ruin Crab and all
Why does
that,
it matter?
It's gonna give more opposition lockdowns.
Why does it matter?
I don't know.
Okay.
Play it out.
Why?
I want you guys to suffer. I'm already dead.
Because you are trying to make open win harder? Is that?
No, I just want him to just slow burn it.
We're already playing it out, so
Oh, sorry. My Ruin Crab is a 1/4.
All right. So, playing a land. Track cracking
Nah.
2. Look at this big scary thing I'm about to play. Watch out.
Yeah, you got it.
Fuck yeah. I would like to move to combat.
Shit, that's bigger than all of my
Winning!
things. All right, yeah, that's fine.
Joseph, take 2.
Okay, so you're gonna need a
I'm
food,
so upset.
a clue, and a.
Oh, that makes you investigate. Oh no,
Yeah,
I
it does all
goofed.
3.
That's fine. Yeah, you have fun.
Yeah, he gets
think-
all 3 things.
He's not gonna come back. He's digging, but
I have 1 mana. Like we're not doing anything with this. All right. I just saw. I
I
just.
was gonna say, don't dig very deep with 0 resources.
Yeah. I know.
I'm just gonna crack the flooded strand. And
He's
grab an
digging, but he
island.
doesn't have a shovel.
So that's just gonna be a
Mill
ruin
3.
crab trigger.
So we all mill 3.
yes.
Is that what that does?
Yeah.
And if you hit one,
Well, not you.
it's
Sorry.
Yes,
Us 2
yeah.
mill 3. 1.
But it's only one instance of mill, so it's not
Thought monitor.
individual.
So you get
1.
I get one.
You get 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I thought Thought Monitor was a spicy include for this deck. It's not
Yeah,
a
it's a good
golem or
card.
a pirate, but it draws me 2 cards for probably like 2
Nothing.
mana, and it's a flyer.
Yeah,
I don't know. Seemed okay.
it's a good card in Affinity.
He got rid of my Dream Brew Cascade.
Sorry.
So
It's like whatever in general, but that is such an unbelievably beautiful card in real life.
you got 1 dude, right?
Yeah, you got 1 dude. He put it up to 5.
Yep.
He's on it.
I have
Yeah.
1 dude, and I've
All right,
got.
Joseph.
So I'm gonna pop.
Uh,
I'm gonna go to untap.
yep. I
I'm
will.
gonna go to keep, where I'm gonna pause.
I will tap your commander.
Just-
and then Dreamscape Artist,
All right,
and
so you have.
then 3 lands, which will be. It doesn't matter. I'll tap all your blue sources.
Well, I feel like it does.
So
Just to
you-
be
4
a
lands
dick.
if you want to do that.
Sorry?
That's
well,
4
no,
lands
he
if
has,
you want
no,
to tap all my blue
he
resources.
has 5, so he only gets 3 lands. He gets 3 lands and your 2 creatures because he used 2.
Yeah, sorry. I'll just do your islands.
Wow, trying to mana screw him with the very last twist of the knife. He's
Well, of
like
course.
bleeding out of the ground, and
So
Tobin
cool.
just like reaches down and goes, shh.
I'm more scared of blue
See.
cards than green cards. I think that's all.
Watch, he top decked like Rampage of the clans or whatever, and he's like, "Aha! We
I
all
don't
get a
think
bunch of
that does-
3/3s."
Yeah.
No,
No,
I'm
it needs to be
Okay,
what's it called?
so-
Farouk's one, where you make a 3/3 that fights every creature.
4/4.
Targets,
Yeah. Azuri's Predation. That's what
Yeah.
it needs to
targets picked.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
an it's an
I'm gonna
8 mana
tap
thing.
these islands in response. I'm gonna put a extremely well-timed frantic search onto the stack
Ha,
Cool.
because
dig,
this is
little
pretty
man,
frantic.
Dig.
Does this resolve?
Yeah, I'm still holding a land and a
Something
card that I
More-
threatened you with
more
when you
light.
attacked me.
that I spitefully wastelanded
Yeah.
your Alchemist Refuge.
It's an Aether
Yeah, no,
or an Aether
it's an
Spirits, I'm
instant.
pretty sure.
It's neither of those cards.
with.
I think it's the same
So I'll
one I
go
had when I
1.
died.
Probably not. It's like pretty
No.
specific to my.
Oh wait,
deck.
sorry. I have to resolve this first. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay. So I have to do that, and then I have to discard 2 cards. Cool.
Keep in mind that the triggers are still
I
going to hit your
will-
lands if you untap your lands again.
Yeah.
So they will still tap down. But
They
I'm
will
aware.
still tap those islands because they're still
Yep,
being
I'm aware.
targeted. Yeah.
The grind is real. The
I should like
grind
read
is real.
Slogurk. I know you can
I'm
remove stuff. Too.
gonna do that part.
He just bounces himself.
Okay, just bounces himself,
And
and
then
then you
gives
can
So then I'll go.
move lands to hand. Okay, cool.
There's not much good shit in there.
Is there any point in this? I guess there isn't.
Welcome to the void, the truest abyss. She welcomes you unto death with soft and bony hands.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna untap these 3 lands in response for the last part of Frantic Search.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna tap 3 of those in Dreamscape Artist.
yeah, so you have no mana floating right now.
I'm gonna
Sure.
discard a land. So I'm just gonna put 2 of these up.
That has to be a record for biggest commander on the brewery, if anything. 28.
I want
And I
to
will
say
stack.
my Jolene was like stupidly large, but I could never do anything with it because he had a stupid brash taunter the whole game.
I remember her being 1919. That's for sure.
I'll put an island out, and I will
Yep.
reread this card and potentially fail to find.
Cool.
2 basic lands. Yep, fail to find.
Joseph, I don't think you're
So I
floating
have
any
an
mana.
island out.
Yeah, there we go.
No.
Because you're like tapping Rimwood Falls, and you were going to do
Sure
something
am
with it.
not. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Game.
This is where you get something to untap
Game
Slogurk,
Y.
so it forces him to tap Salix, and then you have a Hexproof.
Yeah, in an ideal world, that would be what I got.
I know, that would-
Unfortunately, my deck is not filled with such.
No, I'm saying that would be amazing, but of course,
You're in full Baloo position.
Cool.
I'm going to play a Tireless Prisoner.
Yep.
Sick.
surprise, I have one of those in my deck.
Yeah, no
It's
shit.
one of the few non-pirate, non-golems in my deck.
It was
Fuck
one of my
treasure.
last cuts because that card is very good.
Fuck, very good.
I'm
All right, Tobin, turn sideways and win.
gonna mill myself.
Yeah, there's one.
All right, we got one.
Well, at least he got rid of that counter spell.
Which, yeah. So that means I can just do add counter yellow. There we go. Untap, upkeep, draw, mill 2. Ooh.
No.
Middle of Oblivion and
No.
a Beast Within. Aww. Bomp, bomp, bomp.
Hey, Yusuf.
Womp. Womp.
Oh, wow, whiff.
Cool.
I use influence. Ooh.
I don't know. There's like about half my creatures in my bin right now.
Oh, it's way more than half mine.
Okay. Then I will play this island. Mill 3. Sorry, this is in my main phase.
Yeah, no creatures for me. Oh,
Ooh,
get
good
rid
land.
scrub. Why couldn't we have had more of
Uh,
these?
right? Okay.
Oh, but I
Sometimes
guess
the
I
deck
guess there was
just-
also McRae in there. He probably would have flipped a creature, and then
Yeah.
then we would have gotten.
I
past
had-
it.
Yeah.
It's like
I had
much
25
easier to whiff on
creatures.
2 than 3.
And then,
Let's just go to combat.
1/3 easier.
It's literally a 25% chance to hit a creature off my deck every time.
Pretty
good odds.
I feel like Joseph has been doing more things. I don't know.
It's true. I'd kill me if I were you.
Plus his commander is
The fact is, I have a general that's going to do his best to murder you if you let it untap ever. So
yeah,
Yep.
which like could happen. Okay, so you're at 37. Zero Orb is 2 life per land,
Yeah.
so that's Jesus, another 2, 4,
also true.
5, 6, 7.
I'm
So that's
so
another
sad I
14.
milled that Beast Within.
So 47,
I'm going to burn
51.
you so hard with my 1 floating mana. This is going to be glorious.
So just turn
You
that
watch when I'm holding
29
up.
pile sideways and it's covered.
Well, 29 times 2 is, oh man, almost 60.
48. Oh, sorry, 58.
30
And then
times
you
2
block
is-
2 of it, which brings me down to 56. So I'm still up by a couple, unless my math.
What you mean is
horribly
I
wrong.
kill one of your horrors.
Yes. Which
I'm
I'm,
just saying,
fine
I'm
with.
doing this for the audience, not for
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Hopefully 29 is enough. You know what? The beast can rumble too. You gave it to me, so
Poignant.
yes.
Sending a message. All right. So,
If we had to play this inevitable end out, we could have had a game.
oh, you really did run all 29.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. All right.
He's super dead.
Unless my math is
are-
like really bad. Yeah.
We're going to kill
No,
one of
he's-
your horrors because I ain't going out
You
like
got
no
it.
bitch.
Yeah.
And sack like a lance. Yeah, he accounted for that.
Yeah, I think we can skip that step.
Because yeah, you
But
attack
she
him with
wants to play
68
it out.
power, so
There
yeah.
we go. Speed it up.
So I'm gonna remove 3 counters from my general and put them back in my hand.
Yep.
And try and figure out any other game actions I can do.
Sure.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna die.
Okay. Remove
Just accept your
counter
death.
yellow 28. Second main. Greer, do you have any cool artifacts?
In play?
Yeah.
You gonna steal his shit as a final
I have
fuck to you,
3
curb style?
mana rocks, an Academy manufacturer.
He's trying to cook
Okay.
you some food.
I can get rid of the Slogurk. No, I just wanted to play Grell Philosopher, which turns all my horrors. They get the activated ability of an artifact you control.
Neat.
But that just means I can make
Mana
them into
rocks.
mana rocks. But I
Lol.
already have
Clues,
nothing to do with my
technically.
mana.
Please.
Yes, I could make a couple.
Horror
clues.
you control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make them all
What?
clues, so that way you can
What
like
is this
turn them
bullshit?
into draw engines if you need. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I might do that because but also I feel like I'm okay and I don't need to sack a bunch of horrors.
just
So I will make them clues, but then I'm going to not do it because
That is
fine.
funny as hell. Tobin, where do you find these wonderful toys?
I think that's from the
You're a
pre-con.
piece of
That's
shit
from
for putting a
that one-
non-deterministic loop in the deck, but
Yes, that one's from
Best
the
with everything
new
else.
horror precon. Gruger, I only left 7 creatures.
Yes.
So I'm going to
Well, 8 creatures.
8
Grell.
creatures. Oh yeah, this guy.
Who's at 2/5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will tap 7 of your lands and your arcane signet.
Okay, and my
And
arcane
the
signet.
creatures?
Yes. No, creatures are all good. You can
Really?
beat me in the face if you want.
Okay, cool. Let's go. So 1, 2. I will sack this clue token first.
Yeah.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
I should probably respond to this, but I'm lazy, so you can draw.
Well,
your card.
you had all your. Oh,
Yeah,
because you can do that. You
I
can do
mean,
them
I have
like
a card
one
in
at a-
hand still. Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's
okay.
fine.
That's right. We're shortcutting. You could have done this like.
Yes.
one
Yeah.
at a
In
time.
response to you drawing, I should try.
This
and
game was over
resolve the
30
spell,
minutes ago, and people
that
refuse to admit it.
keeps me from dying, but we'll see.
no, we had gone through so much garbage that it's like, why scoot now? Like,
The games you shouldn't even try to salvage.
well, no, because I had like serious problem if not kill on board, and I had multiple instant spells in my hand. So even if he did mill me, okay, or tap my stuff, okay, like I did do stuff in
Yeah, fair
response.
What you
Opposition
doing,
is
I
Drew?
such
did get to
a
filter a
rude
couple of
card.
cards.
I am going to exile
True.
a creature from my graveyard to investigate.
Okay. I think now
So I have an investigate on the stack.
on the stack. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play a perplexing test, bouncing all non-tokens
Oh, shit.
creatures. Sorry, I have to use my ancient tomb apparently.
Okay, that's game.
Oh darn, you have to take damage.
Yes.
All right, well I feel like now we can scoop then.
In
Ruger,
response, I'll do it
2
again.
cards in hand. You tell us.
Kruger's
Wow,
digging.
guys.
I mean,
Gruger and
if-
Joseph just refused to give up the ghost.
I mean, if Kruger can like investigate into a counter spell, I might actually be dead. I haven't done the math.
I don't
That's-
think I have any
Oh, it's only
counterspells in the
13.
deck.
And then, but you're
Boy.
cracking things. So if you crack like 2 more, that's another 6, 19. I think you're still like a little short.
Oh, so sorry. I investigate.
That's not ideal.
Yeah, no, I investigate, which gives me this.
Oh, right.
This.
Treasures. I forgot about that.
This.
I could be dead if you draw a counter spell.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I have any
Yeah.
counter spells. Is the issue?
There's not really much
'Cause-
in there that will save
No,
you.
an offer is already in my bin.
I already milled your offer, so I don't know if you have anything else.
No, I went because I was trying to fit in
Pretty
like
light.
Center.
Ruger, don't you dare
Yeah.
stop digging.
All right, I'll do the clue token.
Sure.
Draw them open.
Anyways, I have a thing. A Balagad.
Okay.
Does nothing. All right,
Yeah,
and
not
this
enough mana to
is return
track it.
all
Oh no, you do.
all non-token creatures to their hand.
Hope of life is how you need to read the end of the card.
Yeah, all right. So these go back to my hand. I don't think. All right, so I have 4 mana. Now I draw. But yeah,
How many cards in hand?
yeah, they're not very helpful right now.
Oh yeah,
I have
You
no
know,
way.
Splicer.
I have no way to kill the opposition, so I'm dead.
yeah.
Oh no, because I only have 3 mana. I don't think there's anything in my bin that I needed 1 more mana to kill your opposition, but then I'm just dead because I don't have enough blockers.
Yeah.
Or I
Are
have
we-
no blockers.
Okay, so you are conceding.
I
This
think
is
he's
the
dead.
deciding factor. It is 3 minutes till 9. Are we doing a game 2 or are we going to table talk?
Oof.
I don't think this is when we start a game 2 with this horrible grind situation.
Yeah,
That's not a
I'm-
grind.
I'm
There's just a
cool
lot
with,
of there's a lot of
not
triggers that can
playing
happen.
another one.
Because otherwise,
I mean-
the episode is.
I can also I could also just take Altar of the Brood out, which does make my deck I think a lot worse. But
I
yeah,
don't know. You made a choice. You should have to live with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I got
Fuck
to
it.
I got to play
I'm down for
opposition.
game 2.
I'm less down for one, mainly because I don't like playing my deck apparently. But
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't help that you also have the tutor for Alter the Brood as well.
I just have the what's it called, or
You-
the Saga.
yeah,
I
you
didn't
have-
put in Trinket Mages or anything, but
No,
yeah.
you have 2 copies of Alter the Brood.
You have
Yeah.
an intersphere?
Actively. I didn't
No,
even think of
just
Alter the
Urza
I-
Saga because I usually jam it for Soul Ring, but this time I could also get Altar of the Brood, which
I wasn't even thinking with your deck, and then as
Yeah.
soon as you got Alter the Brood, I'm like, oh, we're just dead. And then you landed
Yeah.
opposition, I'm like, oh, we're just really dead.
real dead. Yeah, opposition
And
was a
don't get
top deck
killed
there. Yeah, I like opposition. I understand it's miserable to play against, though. I really but it's good. It's a good card.
All right. I take that as we're going to table talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch scenes.
Cool.
So,
I was
that
happy
was
with
a
this
game.
ongoing investigation, mostly because I had the Academy manufacturer.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's kind of
that
cool.
card makes a lot of bad cards very good.
Well, it
Yeah.
only triggers investigate once per if
When
'cause
one or
it-
more deals combat damage to a player, so you can do.
Oh, it's up to 3.
3.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
can get 3 investigation triggers. Yeah.
Mhm.
Joseph, I love how you were like, this is the strongest deck at the table. I did nothing and got killed first.
It is. No, it is. You just got dumpstered. It has nothing to do with the fact that you have by far the strongest deck. Tobin just made gross stuff and got you with it.
Eh,
The
since I knew we were all playing Simic,
mind-blowing, disgusting value train I made it of mono blue, shitty merfolk, $100 deck
they're
that
like
just
a modern
had
staple.
everything gross happening for days. You had 2 colors with unbelievable enablers. No, your deck is way worse.
I
Oh,
really
just
wanted
full
to.
aggro.
I
Tobin
really
just
wanted to
had
Chameleon
love.
Colossus someone.
No,
Yeah.
There you go. Chameleon Colossus is a one-shot card.
If
you have extra
It
mana?
also happens to be both a pirate and a golem.
And pro black. So it just whaps people. I mean, not this week, but
I was
So-
playing a bunch of the bad green-blue splicers. This was in my hand, and I'm like, oh, this feels real bad in the face of opposition. When I can't cast it, a 7-mana splicer.
Oh yeah, that's pretty rough. Good old Maul Splicer.
yeah. What prompted you? You've tried to run golems twice now. Once in season 1 and once in season 2. What is your fascination with golems as a tribe?
No, it's just
Hey, Kruger, can you throw your generals out again?
yes, here 1 second. I need to
I'm just
open-
weirdly fascinated by that combination.
Yeah, so originally I was gonna run the Teamer Snake Leviathan, but even with intentionally down tuning it, I felt it would make me the focus, even if I wasn't running Impact Tremor effects or Goblin Bombardment or Crater Hoof.
Pinger
I
damage
figured
or
even with
swing outs, yeah.
even with taking all those things out, and I had ways that would only give you those effects for like a turn, I felt it would still be potentially too strong, and just create like instant art enemy, which I wasn't particularly intrigued with. These I thought, like, I was just cruising around looking on like EDH Rec because they give you the color combinations. So I was looking at Simic, Teamer, stupid Saltai Poop value piles, and then I stumbled across there was only a couple of decks with these two, and I was like, oh, like I like the concept of the green. Like everyone knows Malcolm. Malcolm's good. Whatever.
Yeah, Malcolm's
Malcolm's fantastic.
2 thumbs up.
But the green commander here, ever since doing it in one of the early decks, I like the concept of it. It's hard though because there's not a huge number of golems, but there are a decent number of changelings in green and blue that are low cost, so they work well with Malcolm. And like most of them aren't great. Like you have Chameleon Colossus, you have a 3-drop Flyer, and then you have a couple of 1-drops that have no other keywords. And Masked Vandal. Masked Vandal's good.
Mhm.
The ETB Exile, like an enchantment but yeah, no, it's just the concept of, especially if you can find your arcane like adaptation, just being like, okay, I'm going to make treasures with Malcolm and a couple of pirates or changelings in my deck. I can then sack those treasures to make my other commander and any incidental golems I happen to play big. So there's just this cool little cross synergy that I thought was interesting to play with. And then I also got to play like a couple of like big dumb golems in my deck as well, like Ancient Stone, Phyrexian Triniform, and
I used to run Ancient Stone in Felden.
And Triplicate Titan. I thought we're all like
Triplicate Titan.
Yeah, and then I also got to run like cheeky things. Like I thought that Throne of the Geth was going to be really cute in my deck. Sacrifice like a random like treasure I make off Malcolm to it, and then grow my team by 2. I don't know. It wasn't like super powerful. Like especially the way I chose to build it, it wasn't super powerful. Like the strongest card in the deck is probably Bootlegger Stash, but I didn't put Old Gnawbones in. Like I didn't want to put too many generic good cards in the deck. I wanted to try to keep to the theme. So there was a couple things just so I could get like Trample, like Kodama in, because it gives anything I put +1/+1 counters on trample. But for
Kodama's pretty good.
Yeah, and like Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose makes either it makes a food token, and it's so it's like this is kind of why I went for this thing. Like Oko was my one planeswalker because it's a removal and makes food, and yeah, I needed probably a little bit more interaction, but then it cuts into like the other things I can do. Ooh, like this Guardian Idol. This turns into a golem creature, and it's a mana rock. It's so bad.
You should move your stuff over so it's kind of legible.
We've changed scene.
we changed it. Yeah, it's just
I just pulled a bunch of stuff out for this moment because of this.
But yeah, no. So this is I thought the for like a lower power casual deck, I thought there was some cards I don't really play with that interested me, and like of course I still had some strong cards. I still had Parallel Lives and Doubling Season because I did want to attempt to win. I wanted to attempt to win the game, and like I had a Tireless Tracker and a Tireless Provisioner because those both give me artifacts that I don't need sack outlets for. So like I intentionally cut the Kark Clan Ironworks because I didn't have any ways to like really abuse it, and I didn't want to go down a deck building constraint to make that card good. Because when you make that card good, it's really good, and I just didn't.
It's KCI, baby.
I just didn't feel the need to go down that path for this. If that makes sense.
So I just wanted to go over a couple things that threw in my deck because I've been musing building this in paper for like a year. Because I have a lot of the cards already, and it's like this is kind of silly, dumb stuff.
It's another generic
like the
good stuff
on Slogurk.
Well, it's lands where the commander like murders you. The commander murders you.
The commander becomes a 2-turn clock.
Lands deck because lands decks are usually like weird value plays and weird stuff, whereas this is like a nope, I'm gonna smash you in the face till you stop breathing deck.
I played Merit
so you guys saw Zernorb and the Ozolith. Those are just sorry.
I played Merit Leisure on the show. That was a Lance deck.
Okay, I didn't know, but that's fine. So yeah, so having Zernorb and the Ozolith out is gross because the Ozolith just says that when a creature I control leaves the battlefield, the had counters put on there. So it doesn't care why. So I can return my general to my hand, play him out, put the counters back on. It's extremely valuable. Pretty gross, actually. Crucible of Worlds, obviously, everyone knows what it does, play lands of the graveyard, but it's just extremely good in this deck. Like in this deck, I'm running Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse, which are, quote unquote, terrible lands. But the fact that it procs him and gets you some sort of value is really good. So then if you also have all of the fetches that you can run on these colors, again, very, very good with him. I ran Excavation, which is not great, but you can use it in a pinch situation to try and pump him if you need another power or two, and then still get a draw off it while you're making him bigger. Aila's Influence, again, you're discarding a card as a BS trick just to grow your general. If you happen to net a 2/2 bear, oh, that seems all right. Yeah.
Joseph,
Casima was a card that I was really excited about.
Sorry, Joseph, can I interest you into a combo, a bad combo, but the Excavation made me think of it.
I'm listening.
Trade Routes and Sunder. Think about it.
God. Pitch your hand, draw a bunch of cards. Bounce your lands, draw a bunch of cards.
And then you pitch your lands to grow Slogurk as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gross, but it works. It checks out.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. The only deck that I've ever put Sunder in, I'm like almost embarrassed to say it because it's so mean, but I put it in a Coma Cosmic Serpent deck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you resolve Coma, and then you bounce everybody's everything, just put their hopes and dreams back in their hand after you land one of the most degenerate creatures in Magic. Yeah. But anyway, so Kazima, I just, for whatever reason, he's got the weirdest text box. So I misunderstood exactly how he was supposed to play. I was super excited about him. He was spoiled, but then once I actually played him in a game, I was like, oh, wait, oh God, no. But I feel like he's good in this deck. Well, yeah, so you can choose to put him out, and then just every single time a land enters the battlefield for any reason whatsoever that it was put there, he gets another +1/+1 counter on him when you choose to bring him back. Anytime you play a land, you can choose to bring him back. So if you leave him out, until who cares? Like, let's pick an arbitrary number 6. You've had 6 lands come into play since he's been gone. He pops back in as an 8/10. He's an 8/10, and then you draw 6 cards on top of it. It's actually very good in casual whatever. So I feel like in this deck, because you're already trying to do so much land bullshit shenanigans, he's just a great value piece. Not to mention, by the time he comes back in, he's probably going to be kind of a house. And then Simic Ascendancy, just because if you're going to be dumping dumb counters all over the place, well, Simic Ascendancy might accidentally win you a game. Obviously, everyone knows what Scud Swarm does. Ancient Greed Warden, because I don't have a ton of land effects. It's more because I'm looking for every Crucible of Worlds effect that I can get my hands on. And there's only 3 that I know of: Crucible, Ramanop, and Green Warden. But I put Royal Elemental beside Green Warden because gross. Those 2 are good friends. But
Chloe was barking, so I had to pick her up like a baby to stop her.
My favorite thing to resolve in the deck for nice. My favorite thing to resolve in the deck for sure is having Titania Protector of Argoth out with your general, and then resolving Escape Shift. That stuff is just hilarious.
Classic.
If you happen to also live the dream and have a Scud Swarm out, that's great too. But...
And live the dream on top of that with a Zerg Orb in play. Just get everything.
Zendikar Royal.
Oh, and then get your own Alter the Brood in play as well. And get your Field of the Dead, and then you just have everything. Just have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just weird.
All the good
Simic deck that makes a certain amount of tokens without trying to make tokens, which is, I don't know, it's interesting.
And then you Sunder with a mana bond out.
It's a fun deck.
God. Fucking dope. Don't know why I'm blaming Tobin.
Play Magic with horrible degenerate friends, you get horrible degenerate games. Yeah.
Anything else for table talk?
Anyway, that's
good old Herald of Secret Streams. That thing is so gross.
You were running more Merfolky things than I was.
That's so gross in like Azuri, like Simic Azuri. That's really cool with Master Chef too.
Yeah. So Master Chef, like I figured I was probably going to do Zellix, and then I was bouncing around on the background, I went with Master Chef just as one. It's like makes my 1/1s into 2/2s, which is like a big deal if you're trying to actually kill people with combat damage. And then like if you're playing stuff that doubles tokens, like some of those like doubling season also does counters, so you might as well get double value. And then like Herald of Secret Streams and Combine Chrysalis just for like built-in evasion on everything that you play is pretty good. I had the one cheeky Glenalundra, which I felt kind of bad about because she has persist.
That goes infinite with the fucking cauldron.
No, it just goes
No, it
infinite with my commander.
Yeah, Master Chef alone.
Yeah, so you just get to counter all non-creature spells.
This is what I'm saying. I by far do not have the most degenerate deck.
Yeah,
well, so
hands
down.
I
think Tobin does.
I didn't put Woodfall Primus in. I was kind of considering it because that would be disgusting.
You have
but no, like
shenanigan land bullshit. Gruger has a dirtily tribal deck, and then Tobin's packing a fucking Desert Eagle over here.
Sort of. I mean, so I didn't want to play lands because
Tobin's acting like a pink Desert Eagle, so no one knows that it's a problem until it's too late.
So yes, I think like the two cards that I won with, which were Altar of the Brood and Opposition, probably weren't the greatest choices for the deck for this in particular, for playing like in this format. Although I think they are very good in the deck, but they are Altar of the Brood is really annoying to resolve, and Opposition is just really annoying to play against. It's really fun to play with. So today was for me, I guess. I just wanted to play Opposition.
It was a spa day.
Yeah. I think like Zellix is super good, and it's good in basically any combination with any background because blue gives you enough support. But there's like some cool like like the black one that gives like all your creatures undying if they share a creature type with your commander and stuff like that. So you can just like jam in with 3. I think they also get like they get +2/+0 and undying, so you can just jam in with a bunch of like 3/1s. Not they I mean it doesn't matter for them because they're tokens and they just go away.
Just flashbag Mario the shit out of
people. That dumb card in paper.
Yeah, like there's I don't know. I think Zellix is really good. I think it's like very easy to kind of do like the Altar of the Brood or like other things like with what's it called? Yeah, like I had what was it? Like Altar of Dementia is pretty good, especially since I was pumping the 1/1, so then they're 2/2s. So every time I get one, I can sack it to mill for 2 and hopefully get another one.
That would have been the piece you needed to just mill us out with a non-deterministic loop.
Yeah, and then there's what they're called, like bad cards, like Hairstrung Kodo, which is just tap a creature to mill a card. So there's like some cool stuff in here. I just happen to, maybe play some of the better parts of it. Every non-land I played was very good. I just happened to have a lot of lands, and I only had like 4 non-lands. They just were good enough to get me there. Yeah.
Huh. Fair enough.
6 mana for that card, though.
Yeah, like that card, like you're like, oh, that's sweet, and then you're like, do I actually want to pay 6 mana for that? But it feels good with a card that makes tokens. Yes. In this
almost
deck,
a Mesmeric Orb in some circumstances.
Yeah, Mesmeric Orb is very good. I obviously also jammed a because I had the Hairstrung Kodo. I jammed a Seedborn Muse in the deck. Brewvac?
Just for the doubling?
Oh, that's the the double mill.
Grand Delinquent.
Yeah, I've got him. And then things to make my tokens like into mana sources. And then it's mostly just like small sources of mill that like trigger on all your opponents. Just so it like ideally you're just kind of like milling everyone once or twice on upkeep and like once or twice on their turns. So you're just like making a bunch of dudes and then you just kind of beat down from there.
Oh, I love this. I love this deck so much.
You
made such a stupid, convoluted, yet somehow super Swiss Army knife deck.
What, mine? There's some cool stuff.
You made a mill deck and beat us all to death with it. Like, come on.
Yeah,
that's
so
glorious.
I specifically, like, I didn't have any win cons for if I mill myself. I didn't have Simic Ascendancy because I thought that would be too easy. Because everything I play gets a 1/1, so every time I mill, I just like make. And then I
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
like I was trying to mill you, but I wasn't trying to like mill half your library. So if I got there, it would be through like just like little triggers that would annoy you while also making my board really big.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to mill you for an hour, not 30
Yes,
seconds.
exactly.
I-
I didn't want to win efficiently. I wanted
I
to
think on the
win with a lot of
record-
horrors.
We made the mistake. I think we should have just folded that game at 8:30 because I think Tobin with the opposition had it so well in hand that it was just like, I know how this plays out. Like,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just on the off
probably.
chance.
He
It
didn't
was
have
just on the
enough
off.
hand when we were all talking about it, though.
yeah, top
Well,
decking.
no,
like
no, no.
removal
It
or
was in
something
play.
maybe,
It's just if one of us had, if either you or myself had top decked removal, then we kill like the opposition.
I had to Aetherize. But
Yeah,
I
no,
got
I'm just
him to
saying
tap down. So
we kill the opposition, and then he can't. Then he has to worry about dying to a really big angry slug.
theoretically, that could have
Yeah,
happened
totally.
because because Joseph had
Yeah,
the,
that's why
the
we
beast
played it
within, so
out.
Joseph could have beast within the oppo.
Yeah,
and then
that was why
Aetherize.
we were playing it out, because there was a slim chance that since everyone had high life totals, he couldn't kill two of us at once. If he
Mhm.
could have killed two of us at once and mostly
Yeah.
tapped out the third person, then yes, we fold. But with two people in Simic,
Yeah.
there's a chance that we're holding. Like, I knew I just had lands in hand, so I was in top deck.
Yeah, and like I
Yeah.
said, I had
That makes
tricks.
sense.
I had digging, I had removal. So it's like literally we were but the thing is, like, the reason I couldn't blow up the tap effect was because the mill would make enough creatures that he would just hold up enough blockers that I couldn't get to him with Slogurk. It had to be he had to be milling us out, and we had to grab removal to use at instant speed, you
Mhm.
know. But I mean, like, even
Response to
still,
moves.
he would have just tapped it out, so it would have been a whole turn. So it would have held up blockers. Like, it was
Yeah, I think
not
that-
good, but there was a hope, and
Yeah,
I'll be damned if I'm
you
gonna
guys-
fold when there's a good hope. You know?
You guys play a lot of CDH, so I know you always played your outs, but sometimes you just gotta cut and run for the content, baby.
Yeah, but this is also where if we like tried to sneak a second game in, that's where we would have ended up like
That
In a
tends
It
to
would have been
the
as,
same
like,
effect.
instead of
Horribly
us all
slow.
ending on like, you know,
The game
oh,
ends right before midnight. No one's watching, and we're all angry.
Yeah.
That's fair.
and
All right,
now I can talk about like one
that's
of
true.
the best.
I'm gonna move us on to plugs. Drew, do you want to start first this week?
Yeah, so I
You
actually
have a minute and a half to
Apparently
plug,
does.
shout out, etc. Go ahead.
yeah, so what I was drinking today is I picked up these cans a couple weeks ago. Unless you find them in a small liquor store somewhere, you probably won't find any of them. But this is Phillips anniversary beer for this year, their 20th anniversary one. And as per usual, they have a kick-ass label and a punny name, Apocalypse Meow. Look at those little Vietnam helicopters and these giant laser kitties. And it's got a dumb cat pun on the side describing the beer as well.
So really hoppy then.
Pretty hoppy. It's a double IPA. It's 9.2%.
It's really not that bad.
No, but this is
Like-
this definitely hoppy. If you don't like bitter, you're not going to like it. Like, there's nothing that's going to change that.
Yeah.
But this does have some depth of flavor. It does eventually scorch your taste buds after a while, but it's not like the first sip you taste, you're like, oh, that's bitter, and you're like, oh, there's some depth to it. But after a full can,
Yeah.
is pretty bitter. But it pours, comes off. I don't know. I love it. Especially now that we're out of like the hops wars of like the mid 2010s. Things are pleasant now. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest hop wars, that dark time between like roughly 2010 to 2018 or so.
The hipster shit, baby.
Oh, now then it became sours, and
Yeah,
then
sours took over.
or sorry, 2010 to 2015. Then it became sours, and now I don't know what it's at anymore.
That's everything again, I think.
But yeah, no, fantastic beer if you can find one and you like stuff that's hoppy. The other thing is shout out to Brewery and the Beast. It was a bit of an expensive event, but it looked really well run. And unlike the Vancouver Beer Week Craft Brew Festival, which was a gong show and a half a couple of weeks ago that I did not go to, but you can find it on Reddit where everyone was complaining and it was terribly run. This event was great. Brewery and the Beast. Instead of doing tokens this year, they instead made the entry fee quite a bit larger, but it meant that you had no tokens. Once you're in, everything was included with your entry
Let's go
price.
for it.
I had some decent drinks. I ate so much bison. Some of the samplers were full, like mini pies from a really good pie shop. I came home after being there for like 3 hours and sat on the couch in a digestive coma for a good 2.5 hours. It was fantastic. If you can spare the coin and it's not going to put you out of rent next summer, I'd encourage you to check it out if you like meat and if you like drinks.
All right, throw it to somebody.
It's up in the air. Someone catch it.
I'm jumping in because
Okay.
I'm going. So tonight I did a bumper crop. It's a BC cidery. This is, you can't read it because of the way my thing is going, but this is mountain pear. So it's a pear cider. It basically is what you already think it's going to be. It's on the sweet side, but it's not like gross sweet. It's got a touch of dry, so it keeps it palatable. You can have more than 2 in a day without wanting to question your decisions. As pear ciders go, this is my favorite one I've ever had. But granted, there aren't a ton of them, so I've only had like 2 or 3. But yeah, I would absolutely recommend this to anyone that enjoys ciders and wants to try something that's a little outside the apple box that it's usually going to be. And I guess one other tiny thing, after like 6 months, I finally finished my arm. So I'll just do a little highlight run. See if you can make out these crazy eyes on this wolf, kind of. It's still a little like gnarly because I just finished it a couple of days ago, so it's still in the healing process. But yeah, Eric Brunning is the artist. I cannot possibly say enough good stuff about this guy. He's a super nice dude, in addition to obviously doing top-notch work. Big fan of him as a human being. Would absolutely recommend that anybody who's interested, talk to him. If you want to do anything like nature-y, especially, that's his wheelhouse. He loves doing like animal type stuff, like everything from like, I don't know, like that part of the hair on the wolf textured out. Like his work with a freaking needle gun is amazing. So I've been going to him for somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 6 months ish, sort of. I feel like anyway, I know a little longer. I totally started this at the beginning of the year. It would have been finished a couple weeks ago, but vacation got in the way, so I had to bump stuff back, whatever. But yeah, as a human being and artist, I can't say enough good things about him. He works out of a shop called Black Rider. If you live around the Vancouver area, it's just around Hastings and Nanaimo. Absolutely look that stuff up. Eric Brunning Tattoo on Instagram if you do that hip stuff. But yeah, good.
I need to find someone with an apprentice just to do some stencil work.
Okay, you're up. We're going up.
Am I up?
I can go. I'll go.
No, you go, Tobin. I'll go last.
Start with the Cougar. Going up.
I also went to a beer festival recently. I went to Farmhouse Fest, which is at UBC, which was real good. Yeah. Got a fancy glasses,
Nice
and such. But yeah, it was really good. Kind of like expensive, but similar to Gruger's. You just go in and then you just drink as much as you want. You don't have tokens or anything.
Get shit drunk.
I mean, you could.
That's
weirdly
no fun
didn't get as
anymore.
drunk as I thought.
Unaccepted.
Like my like tolerance is like extraordinarily low because I barely drink at this point. But no, I was there for, I don't know, like 5 hours or something, like sampling beers, and yeah, I was fine at the end. But I had a very good beer called that night at La Choza, which is by an Edmonton brewery called Trial and Ale, and it was like, it's like a fruited sour with cactus in it, and it was like so good. Like
that sounds
did
like
not know what to
everything you
expect,
ever
and
wanted in a beer.
yeah, I'm like, oh, it's a sour, and then it also has a weird ingredient. Sign me up. But yeah, other than that, I mean, had a bunch of like, temporal stuff, and I always really like his stuff. There's some good Fieldhouse stuff, and Cascade, the one from
That's the one from Portland.
Portland. Yes, they were there, and they had like 5 delicious beers. Very
nice.
into it.
I like.
Yeah.
I
would recommend it.
I was supposed to go back to Portland before the pandemic, and then it was April, and it was canceled because of the fucking rough fucking pandemic. Anyways, Tobin just walked away, so I guess that's me. Is that a throwaway?
Yeah, it's
Is that like you dropping the mic?
I'm done.
Just
I respect that.
All right. I'm McCrae. That was Tobin. Oh, we get a little tour. Perfect.
What are you doing?
Give us a tour of your house, Tobin.
I'm going to the air-conditioned part of my house.
Oh, get out of here. Brutal.
Wow. He drops
Joseph,
the mic and
you don't
then he
even get to
makes
talk.
himself
You're-
more comfy.
You're living in a basement right now. You can't be
I am
talking near
underground right now, and it is glorious. Screw all of you in your summer. I
Oh,
pay for this
fuck.
during
All
the
right.
day in my aluminum box truck.
Well, I'm McCrae. You can find all the writing stuff at McCraeWrites.com. I'm on my way to become the most prolific poet of all time. I'm about 500 poems in. Shakespeare's 3,500, and I think Bradburn is 6,000. So and that's
Shakespeare's also debatable to exist.
Yeah, I took a 10-year break, so I kind of got behind. I've only been writing again since 2019, so we'll go for it. We're getting there. Go there for all your poetry. I got lots of poetry. I also got some stuff you can buy, like a poetry book and a novel, and some D&D resources, and some teaching resources, and some other random shit. That's me. My shout out is also going to be to Tobin this week for being a sassy bitch. Congrats, Tobin. Are we ready for our theme?
That's
Yes.
I appreciate what you're putting down there, Tobin.
Perfect. Anywho, I'm going to just get into it. Fuck it. It's hot. It's summer. Our theme next week is Love is in the Air. Love is in the
It's
air.
not February. Get the fuck out of here.
It's because of hot girl summer mostly, I think. So I don't know. Go out for your sweeties on some hot dates in these hot summer nights. But that's our theme. That's it. You can find us every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. PST at twitch.tv/the Brewery MTG. Episode 2 is going up on YouTube. Basically now it's rendering, I think, on the YouTube end. So I don't know. My website will have a post when that goes up. Otherwise, we'll see you next Tuesday for Love is in the Air. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.